All right, so listen, I got my brothers with me, as you already know. If you are a Bama fan, Bear, I need you to get your mind ready tonight. If you are a Bama fan and do not want to hear the truth and it hurt your feelings about being negative and all that, you might want to go to one of these other shows, brother. Travel Panil, what's up, my bro? We gonna keep it real tonight, Travel Panil. You might want to go to these other shows. It's gonna lie to you and tell you it's gonna be all right and it ain't that big of a deal and all that old bullshit. Nah, we gonna keep it all the way 100. The truth is in the details over here, bro. Anitra, before you get started, Anitra, what's up, Anitra? Roll tide to you, sis. Sweet Home Bama 24. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Hey, Sweet Home, you already know. You already know. My brother Bear's in the house regulating things. Let's go, Bear. We finna get it cracking on him tonight, bro. Red, you fly. Hey, Red, you. I agree with you earlier in Jay's chat, man. I know we go at it a lot, but you was right, brother. Red, you. I give you love and give you respect on that one, homie. You called it. Put it in the microwave. I ain't gonna be able to eat it right now. CJ 1992. What's up with your brother? Roll tide to you, man. Andrew Wall, how you doing, man? My brother Coach Carl is here. My brother Brinsky is here. Megan is here. LaQuasia, Quay, what's up with your Quasia? How you doing? How you feeling? We gonna keep it real tonight, Quasia, for real. Me too. Me too. Javan is here. What's up with you, Javan? Bama Gump is here. What's up with you, Bama Gump? Exactly, Bama Gump. Jag, what's up, my sister? How you feeling? How you doing? Facts, Jag. Facts. Eric D, you know we're gonna keep it real. Eric D, need you patrolling tonight too, man. We're gonna keep it real tonight, Eric D. A Watt, man. What's up with you, my brother? We're gonna keep it real, A Watt. A Watt already know how it is. Carlton is in the house. What's up, Carlton? Roll tide to you, man. Ralph, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling? Antoine, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, we're gonna keep it real on that tonight, man. We got the belt put to our ass tonight, right? We're gonna keep it all the way real. Matthew Newton is in the house. Davin is in the house. Facts, Davin. My brother Travis Pernell, my home team brother right there, man. Duke the Go is in the house, man. Robert Allen is in the house. Listen, Joe Willie, what's up with you, my brother? Facts, Joe Willie. We gonna get into it, Joe Willie. We gonna get into it, man. Walter Shepard is in the house. What's up, Walter? How you doing, man? Hey, facts, Walter. We gonna get into it, Walter. Just hang loose. We gonna get into it, brother. Nove J
Oh yeah.
Speed is in the house. What's up, Matthew? How you doing, man? Iconic Cypress is in the house, man. Ken Rush, what's up? Ken Mike Jones, what's up? My brother Lynn, I need you in here, Lynn. You, Bear, Eric D, Quasia, all y'all. Joe Willie, we need the real ones. Paul T, we need the real ones in here tonight. We're gonna keep it all the way real. We're gonna keep it real, Lynn. I told him, Lynn, I love everybody. But if it hurt your feelings telling the truth about Bama tonight, you might want to go to one of these other chats tonight, bro.
All right.
Jay
Get that.
Mims.
Get that
Facts.
dog.
What up, Jay Mims? Hey, facts, right? Facts, Jay Mims. Ken Rush, Greg Reese, Connor. We in the house, man. Henry Campbell. What's up, Henry? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Clinton Howard. What's up? And Anitra. First, giving much love and giving honor to the Lord above. My brothers on the panel. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you before we even get it cracking. Start with you, Brent.
Well, y'all know y'all can find me at the Sharpshooter Podcast. Of course, I'm right there. They sub here. And also, y'all can follow me on Twitter at B_sharp or X, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's about to be a whole lot of talking tonight. So y'all come on in.
Coach Carl.
Well, you can find me on Twitter as Coach KD Taylor. You can find me on YouTube at Only Block Sports Talk with Coach Carr. Yeah, like Coach Sean said, it about to be some shit tonight. Y'all get ready.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it real.
I might drop a few F bombs tonight.
Pastor B, what up, Pastor B? It's my brother, Pastor B, right there, man. Pastor, I love you, bro. You might want to cover your ears tonight, Pastor.
Pastor, you might well get ready to start praying.
Yeah, Pastor. We might have a little profanity laced time tonight, man. Adolfo, what's up with you, bro? Facts, Brinsky. Kimberly, what up, my sister? Hey, Kimberly, all facts. I believe we all sharing that, man. Darius, what's up? Kimberly, Darius, we sharing in that feeling. So I'm gonna start it off like this. We're gonna bring it to my brothers. I want to hear what my brothers got to say. I started off like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole list of things I could go through, but I'm just gonna give you my humble 30-second soliloquy. We got belt put to our ass tonight. I don't give a damn about it. Vanderbilt whooped us from the time the game started to the time the game ended.
Yeah.
All this social media headlines we was getting with Georgia, everybody talking about Bama, Bama, Bama. Them boys went out there and let Vanderbilt whip their asses. Straight up. Ain't no way around it. If you call it any differently, you clearly don't know nothing about this game that we all love. They beat us up in the trenches. They outcoached us, right? They ran over us. They whipped us in the trenches like it wasn't even funny, bro. Like and this is why I wish we had my boy Jake on here tonight. This is why I used to tell Jake, shout out to Katrina. What up, sis? We going in tonight, Katrina. We going in. We telling the truth tonight, the hard truth. Tonight is facts over feelings. This is the name of this podcast tonight. Facts over feelings. We all talked about it, J Mims. This 425, this nickel, this overhang. I said this, and I don't take no credit because y'all know I'm not the I said guy. I'm not that guy, but I will be that guy for this quote right here. I said I like the two gap scheme, right? I like two gapping. But against teams like this, that's going to punish you running the ball at all angles, you better have some DBs and some linebackers that love tackling running this 4-2-5. You better, right? 4-2-5 is not a bad defense, but certain offenses can attack it in certain places, right? Vanderbilt whipped us in the trenches, especially their offensive line and our defensive line. They did us dirty, bro. We deserve to lose that game. We deserve it. Our coaches, ass all night. Ass all night. Don't understand nothing about that. They didn't pick up no disguised blitzes whatsoever. All those penalties, right? They was disguising the blitzes. We couldn't do nothing with these guys. They were chanting overrated. They were chanting that. That's why I didn't want no number one rankings. And I'll end this soliloquy with this. I sit right here on this very panel with my two brothers right here, along with some other guys, and told y'all I had my boy, and I wrote your name down too. You hit me in the inbox. Rick817, Penny Mike, and Crimson Caveman. You hit me in my inbox and gave me 52-6, 48-10, 30-0. I said, bruh, unlike a lot of people, family, we know this game. That second half against Georgia wasn't no damn fluke, bruh, right? I love the wins just like every other Bama fan. But when you play this game and you know this game, you see things within games that you know is going to hurt you. So that's why I don't get too high. I don't get too low. I just kind of stay right there because you happy about the win, but you're also concerned for what you just saw. Something that the regular fan may not see that you see. That's gonna hurt us, bro. Soon we play a defense, offense that's gonna test us vertically and horizontally. That's gonna hurt us. That's gonna hurt us. Listen, man. Listen. We got our asses with this game. Ain't nothing else to say about it. Vanderbilt beat your asses tonight. Brinsky, tell me what's on your mind. And don't hold back. Take your time too.
Oh man, ain't too much to say, man. There's a lot to say to be honest, but ain't too much to say. If you watch the game, you just seen this whole 3-3-5 is just not it. Anybody that said it was it, they was trying to talk themselves into it. Never been a fan of it. I never seen a championship team win with this type defense. I know Kane Womack is a top tier. Well, can't say that right now. Is a top tier defensive coordinator, but can't say that now. But he's a good one, but he's not showing it right now, especially how that second half with Georgia game went, and you can see how this Vanderbilt game went. So you can definitely tell how bad we are playing right now. One thing I can say, and it's been the same thing since day one, has always been that secondary that always worried me. But mostly today, it was what I thought was our strongest part of the team, them trenches. like I thought we was gonna even though I don't like the defense, I didn't expect all that. But I did expect what they quarterback. I knew he was gonna come with it. I knew he was gonna come with it.
Facts.
And so it wasn't even no question about it. If you watched that Auburn and New Mexico State game last year, you knew, especially with his coordinator calling them calls. That's the same offensive coordinator that he followed to Vanderbilt. So we knew it was just like that Wisconsin game, man. Let's just get out on them early and get out of there. That's just how I felt. Just get out on them early and get out of there. They didn't do that, and you see what happened. We deserve this, man. It was just straight rat poison all weekend long. I mean, all week long. We seen that they put the mouse traps all in the facility, but the guys wasn't listening. I guess they. I don't know, man. Right. Only thing I know, Ryan is amazing. That's cool and all, but you can't even enjoy it because you see we took this loss. I'm not hurt by it. You just like you just see it and you just like, come on, man. Really? Like, come on. I probably would have been pissed off we lost to Georgia. But this, I'm just like, it is what it is, man. We just got to move on to next week. Only thing, do we play South Carolina next week?
I think so. Yep.
If we play South Carolina, whoever we play, it really don't matter. Whoever we play next week at home, I know Kane Warmack job is on the line right there because just how these last 2 weeks been going. He has to show some type of life in that defense, or they just gonna be like, "Hey, man, you're gonna have to change that or do something," because this is just tragic. It's trash. I'm not loving what I'm seeing, and a lot of guys got to grow up.
Let me say this, because my brother Coach J just entered the house. Coach J, I gave a PSA when I first got on here. I said, if you one of those fans, and I love all fans, but if you one of those fans that's gonna talk about don't be negative and don't tell the truth, I said you might want to find another show tonight, just for tonight. So Coach J, Coach Carl, let me get Coach Carl. Coach Carl, and Coach J, when it's your chance, I don't want you to hold back. Coach Carl, talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind before we get into any subject. Tell me what's on your mind and just be real with it. Truth is in the details.
Man, I'm ready to snap my fucking neck right now. Screw my French. That shit was damn bad from the jump. You come out from the jump. You running the 3-3-5 shit when you know Vandy don't do nothing run the Austin type play. You know Vandy Austin type team come out of that 3-3 stat, get in a goddamn 4-3 defense or 3-4 defense and bring the goddamn mustard. You playing around with this, I don't know, man, K1 from the second half of that Georgia game. When I told you, that motherfucker had a hell of a first half. And then after that first half, he never did adjust. And he couldn't adjust. He couldn't keep up with the fact that Georgia was throwing different shit at him. And Vanderbilt came out and did the same thing. He can't adjust to throwing different stuff at him. So now I'm coming at you. I'm going to throw this at you. I'm going to throw that at you. Throw that at you. And he can't adjust. Man, once you see a damn freshman playing close to the line of scrimmage and they run this, I mean, damn, they put you in the wishbone, man, and they run the pad play at the wishbone. Shit, everybody knows this. Even middle school people know that the quarterback is rolling backwards behind the line of scrimmage, not taking one step toward the wall of scrimmage. This motherfucker looking to pass the ball. Everybody knows that. You looking to pass the ball. So why, if you pulling off your guy, if you got back assignment in man-to-man defense, why come off the back when you know this guy peeling behind the line of scrimmage? Stay with the running back. Make his ass run toward the line of scrimmage. Once you cross the line of scrimmage, you popping. You got him 14, 15. Gave up 3 long first down on some humble, man. Come on now. It just don't make no sense. And just like anybody tell you, man, the farther Malachi more get from the line of scrimmage, the nerve I get. Like I always said, put him at that linebacker and put somebody else at the safety. There's no way he should be playing that far off the ball anyway because he cannot judge the ball. He too much want to come down here and put a pop on somebody. And as soon as he get a chance to see the quarterback scrambling, he always gonna try to come forward. Now when you dip forward, this man throw a long ball. You don't have the recovery speed to get back there and try to catch no speed receiver. Why the heck, boy? I wanna, just go grab K1 right now, back him upside the head a couple times. Like, man, can't you see this shit? You get paid millions of dollars to see this. My personal opinion, he dropped the ball in 6 straight quarters. 6 straight quarters. It's nowhere in the hell. And I mean, shit. Pete Golan wouldn't have gave her no 40 points to Vandy. It's nowhere in hell. Nowhere in hell Pete Golden would have gave up 40 points to Vandy. Whew.
That's horrible, bro. Before you go, Coach J, let me get this super chat really quickly. Tim Lovett with a $2 super chat. We are wasting our edge rushes with this defense. Tim, I appreciate your super chat, my brother. Thank you, Tim. Much love to you, man. We wasting a lot, bro. I was positive because my brother Jake, he's very good explaining that 4-2-5. So is Coach Carl and Jay Brinsky. They all really break that for it. And I understand it, but these are defensive guys too. They can really, really break you to find the nuances. And I was on board with it, man. But I'm a gap scheme guy. I know the way Coach Saban ran it sometime on the back end with that pattern match when we gave up plays. But I meant just the front seven. I was a gap guy. I was a two gapping guy, right? I was worried about that 4-2-5 because when that's your base, that your rover, your overhang, whatever you want to call it, he better be about it. He better be about it. And Devontae Smith and Red Morgan, I know he's young. They both them kids is great, but they give up a lot of plays. Coach J, tell me what's on your mind. Let everybody, I want to know. I want to hear it.
I'm not surprised that we lost this game. I've been saying this since the South Florida game that this 4-2-5 defense is not working. These players, they don't get it. They don't know how to play assignment style football in this defense. They just don't. And because Coach Sean, you was there. A lot of people were saying that they watched the Georgia film. No, they did. I mean, of course they did. But I can guarantee you, they watched more South Florida film than they did this game because the exact same things that South Florida was giving this defense problems were the exact same things that happened in this football game. The exact same. They just ran a lot of motion. They ran an RPO-based offense. And for the most, like the running backs kept slipping underneath. They just kept slipping underneath.
Over and over and over.
Whether if we were disguising 0 or 1 like we like to freaking do for some reason, or we were in a 2-high look, or we were in man, these running backs just kept slipping. The wheel routes were there. Quite frankly, I'm shocked they didn't go after Xavier Brown more times than they did. Because when they did, it was successful. Vanderbilt should have scored 50 points. I'm not even going to over-exaggerate. They should have scored 50 points in this game. If it wasn't for the drop pass, and I don't know what route that they ran, I couldn't really tell, but if it wasn't for that Vanderbilt receiver dropping a pass and a Vanderbilt holding call, which set them up instead of a 3rd and 5 into a 3rd and 15, Vanderbilt would have scored on both those drives. We couldn't stop them. We forced them to punt the ball one time in the game, once. And the second time that it should have been a punt, we had 2 players with the same jersey on the football field.
And hey, speak on that, Jay, because that's something I got to say. Coach said that would never happen. How the hell did number 2
in the history that would never happen for Nick Saban? And like, first of all, why isn't Cole Adams has been your punt returner? And if it wasn't Cole Adams, it was Jalen Mbakwe. So what? Why? Mbakwe's not hurt. I haven't seen him on any injury report. He's not hurt. So why wasn't he returning? Why wasn't Cole Adams returning? Doesn't make any sense. And especially when and then first of all, again, for the love of God, can we stop having players wear the same damn jersey number? Like, I'm sick of that. Like, I'm sorry, like Cole Adams, you're gonna have to wear 22 or 12 or something. But this is why I hate players when they wear the same jersey number. I hate it because of situations like this. There's an actual rule going against it, and it happened because guess what? Vanderbilt scored a touchdown on that drive because of it. So, I mean, Coach Sean, there's really not that much for me to even say. I mean, we got outplayed, we got outcoached, and then the second half, because I complain, I'm like, why are we running light on the defensive line? We do not have our run defenders in the game.
Pass rushes.
It's been my biggest complaint since the beginning of the season. Our run defenders are getting less time than they're just getting less time, and it's and we made the adjustment. And we did a better job defending against especially the interior. We did a much better job defending it. But the problem is that as soon as we found a way to defend the inside, we couldn't defend the outside. The edge was free the entire game until we decided to play some zone, the corners decided to step up, play a little bit of the flat, and then they rushed right back in the interior and they just did whatever they wanted to do. Kept washing down defenders. Combo blocks was immaculate, especially getting up to linebackers. Coach Sean, I mean, we got outplayed and outcoached. There's really not even that much for me to even say. Offensively, it was 2 mistakes 2 costly mistakes that ruined it for the game. And this was a game where you needed to play perfect. And when you have a game, when you have to play perfect on one side of the ball, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. We have not. I can't remember a time where we've actually won these games where we couldn't stop a team's offense and we somehow found a way to win. I can't remember the last time. Maybe Ole Miss in 2016, but even like defensively, we made adjustments in the second half and we forced 2 turnovers for Ole Miss. We didn't force a turnover. We barely even got pressure on this quarterback at all. And when we did, the quarterback just kept evading the rush. How and then Coach Sean, and again, this is why I keep saying first half was on coaching, the second half that's on your personnel. Because the first half, why you couldn't play in any containment? You kept rushing 3, but sending an extra, but you kept sending an extra defender as your 4th rusher, but there was no containment. So he was able to kind of break free from the pocket, rolling out easily and extending plays. Like I don't know what, like this entire game defensively, it was just catch up. And as soon as we figured out a way to throw a counter punch, they punched us right back. And then it was just back and forth all game. The only difference was the only time Vanderbilt was going to get stopped wasn't because of us punching them in the face. It was because Vanderbilt punched themselves in the face. Yeah. So I'm not mad, man. Like I'm not going to be yelling. I'm not going to be screaming. I already uploaded my video about it. Listen, after this game's over, I'm going to rewatch it. I might rewatch this game 3 to 4 times because that Georgia game, I only rewatched it 1 time and I couldn't do it because every time I was watching it, I was so angry. So angry. And Bama fans kept coming on this channel. Bama fans kept coming on my channel. They kept calling us spoiled. They kept calling us like, man, you guys, this is not Nick Saban. This is Kalen DeBoer. You guys don't know what you're talking about. This defense is going to make the adjustments. And I'm like, well, this game, I'm actually kind of glad it happened because now this is kind of I told you so game. I told you that something like this probably could happen because your defense, because your coaching staff, it's not even the fact that he couldn't make adjustments because he did. This scheme doesn't fit these players. It doesn't.
That's a fact.
They don't fit it. When you have a 1 tech playing a 3 tech, when you're having a 3 tech play a 5 tech, and when you're having a 5 tech play out wide, this is what you're gonna get. Yeah. These players are out of position. The secondary for the most part, the youth is clearly exposed themselves because there was so much miscommunication in the back end of their defense. I'm not shocked at all, and I don't know, man. Like I will say this: mobile quarterbacks. If we go against any mobile quarterback, we're gonna have trouble. We're gonna have trouble against pocket passers. I think we can do a much better job. I'm still confident that we can beat Tennessee, but against this Vanderbilt was not the right matchup for us, and this is what you got. So I'm not mad about it at all, man. I've been saying this since the South Florida game. You got out coached and you got outplayed. Now you got to eat with it.
It's a fact. A whole fact. First, shout out to Janet, man. Shout out to Janet. It's my partner, love her to death, man. Prayers for my girl Janet. Love her so much. Should have went for the onside kick. Damn. We should have done Janet. I can't even agree. I can't even disagree with you. We should have done something. You know what I mean? Because the defense damn sure wasn't gonna stop nobody. Shout out to Janet for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, Janet. Much love to you. Shout out to Defend, my broski Defend. Defensive players are not built to play the option. You know what I mean? We built for the spread offense, 7-on-7, pretty much 7-on-7. Hey, Defend, $10 super chat. Thank you so very much, man. It's crazy, Defend. Janet, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to watch us get on the field and cannot get off the field on 3rd down at all. Shout out to Hamilton Presnell, that A-Town, A2 Eagles. Love that, man. Shout out to Joseph Washington with the $5 super chat. I knew this 425 was horse wouldn't work. Just look at what we've done to teams who run this guy. That's a fact. I mean, Joseph, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. Tim, love it, my bro. Thank all of you for your super chats. I really, really, really appreciate you guys more than you know, man. It's a tough night, man. It's a tough night because, you know, you want to be the guy that you want to be the I told you so guys, man. But, you know, this is what I say. Got one more. CJP23, $5 super chat. Poor tackling and our defense looked lost. Hey, CJ, Coach J just broke it down all the way to you. Hey, that's 100% facts, man. Thank you for your $5 super chat, brother. I appreciate you more than you know, for sure. Let me say this, guys. Let me say this, and thank you again to everybody, man, who contributed. My brother Barry in here doing his thing, regulating the chat. Joey Phillip, what's up, Joey? Hamilton's in here. Shout out to A-Town, love that, man. Shout out to Quiz, shout out to Man, shout out to Bubba, shout out to Tyler, shout out to all the players who played, shout out to Tyreek. Shout out to all the players who made Coach Sean what he was. Shout out to my brother Lynn Shannon my brother Lynn with a $20 super chat. Coaches have a lot to explain. Hey man, that let me read that part again, Lynn. Coaches have a lot to explain. Brother, I want everybody in the chat before I read the rest of the super chat to think about this. We just lost to Vanderbilt.
Fucking
I don't give a damn how good they playing. We just lost. And we didn't just lose. We got our ass whooped.
We got our ass beat.
Yes, to Vanderbilt. No disrespect to Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt ball.
Man, hey, Coach Sean, the hell with that shit. We lost to Vandy. Man, you will never lose no damn Vandy. You can't walk around and say you Alabama losing no goddamn doctors.
That's a fact. On, man. You can't walk around saying you Bama losing to Vanderbilt. And that's just the straight up truth, man. Vanderbilt played their ass off, shout to them, but you can't walk around. Do you realize how Rolando McClain and Jonathan Allen and Reuben Foster and all these former Bama players who sweat, you cannot come losing to Vanderbilt the way you did and stick your chest out, bro. You just can't. I'm sorry.
They don't even deserve to eat their damn meat. You lost to a bunch of damn doctors, man. Yeah, I can see it. I can see you had a fucking ACL injury and they about to stitch you up. But God.
Coaches have a lot to explain. The double jersey deal, that's a coaching deal. Facts. 100% facts, man. Vandy ran the same play to the back, out and back out to the back, out backside 6 times first half, and we didn't stop it. And they ran it 5 times second half for a touchdown and iced it. Lynn, you are 1,000,000,000% correct. And we couldn't do a damn thing about it. That's the frustrating part, Lynn. We couldn't do, bro. What me and these same brothers was on this chat last week. We told you guys. I had people hitting me talking about 48-6, 55-10. I think my exact word said, sound good, and I'm with you. But you got to play the damn game. I said that. You got to play the game. What I meant by that is you can't just roll your helmet out there and say Alabama and think people gonna shiver and not ball. If that's the case, wouldn't be no point to play the damn game, right? Thank all of you for your super chats, man. I really, really appreciate you. We got my brother Tay McClendon, $20 super chat. Thank you, Tay. First of all, before we go into father, thank you for that, Tay. Thank all of you, man. Tay said, I was saying it all game. That was a junior high offense. One simple adjustment would have shut the whole shit down. The commentator even said that the OC for Vandy was setting us up with the first play just to get to the facts. Misdirection, read option, regular type stuff, and we could not get off the damn field. We could not get off the field on third down, bro. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Shout out to you guys for the super chat. Tay, thank you, brother. Bless you guys for that, man. I appreciate that, man. Read You Fly says, no, Coach Smook. This is such a good show. Oh, come on, Red. Don't diss the homie. Smook.
Man, don't do that shit, man.
Yeah, but listen, Red You. I mean, Red You bump heads with us all the time, but I'm not going to disagree with Red You on this one. I'm not. Red You, I'm not going to disagree with you, man. We got our asses whipped. That's just what it is. I don't care what nobody say, man. We got beat by Vanderbilt. We got beat on both sides. Shout out to Auntie Janet. Shout out to Patriot Life. Shout out to Joe Willie. Shout out to Joey Phillips. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I really, really appreciate all of you, man. Thank you. Kimberly, what's up, my sister? How you doing? Lynn Shannonfeld, my brother's in there. Jay Mims in there. Bear is in there. We got Iconic Cypress, 93 with the $2 super chat. They need to stop trying to strip the. Hey, Iconic, you said something right there. I did see several times where the runner got 5 more yards because we trying to strip the ball. But you know what? That's taught. That's being taught to them. Turnovers. With that many people going for a strip, that's being taught, right? Yeah. You don't see that many people going for a strip without the coach telling them, strip the ball. You know, and brother, we gonna be real with it, man. Keon Sabb, man, he always trying to go out for the knockout play. Brother, just wrap up the play and make the play. Like, you don't got to knock everybody out, bro. You don't got to do that.
It makes a lot of sense why he wasn't starting at Michigan. You see a whole lot of flaws in his game. Like he started off hot with us, but you can see a lot of flaws in his game.
Man, thank you, Iconic Cypress. Facts, Brinsky. Facts. Thank you, Iconic Cypress, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so very much. D-Fin with the $5 super chat. Saban quote, they ran through our asses like ish through a tin horn. Hey, they can say that about Vandy right now. I don't care what nobody say, bro. We got beat tonight, bro. D-Fin, thank you for that $5 super chat, my brother. Appreciate you, man. I'm 1920. No one is afraid of Bama anymore. Hey, that's facts.
They're
That's
not.
facts. It hurts, but that's facts.
We were in a
It's
dogfight.
you.
We were in a dogfight
Yes.
against South Florida until the fourth quarter, last 6 minutes of the game. That's when we started scoring. The Wisconsin game, let's be honest, they were moving the ball with Tyler Van Dyke until we got hurt. Otherwise, we don't know how that game would have went. And then you look at the Georgia game in the second half. Second half was just terrible. Like this deep, like if South Florida, and I keep saying this, in that first half, if they just would have connected on 50% of his throws, thrown it down the field, South Florida probably would have won that. I'm not even going to ever exaggerate. I'm not going to say that they would have won that game. Probably that game could have went to overtime, but South Florida could have scored 40 points. Like we're not getting better. Like we're not getting better. It's been stagnant, and so
yeah. But see,
the thing about it, man, really quickly, I want y'all to talk about this third down. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa says, I must admit, I did not see this coming, and I don't even know how to process it. Out-coached and outplayed by Vanderbilt. What does this mean for the rest of the season? Thanks for your explanation, Lisa. That your quote, your comment and quote is absolutely on par and outstanding because I have the exact same concerns. But I will say this, man. Coach J, Coach Carl, Brinsky, myself, Ty Hayes, we all talked about this, man. We sat right on this panel, John and we talked about this. Katrina, what's up, Katrina? We talked about this, man. When we saw the second half of Georgia, what we were trying to say, guys, is, we y'all spoiled. No, we just saw things that we knew another coach is going to take advantage of. They're going to take advantage of that. This is what I want you guys to speak on. I'll reverse the order. Listen, 3rd and 9, we couldn't get off the field. 3rd and 6, we couldn't get off the field. 3rd and 8, Red Morgan is late. Dude just run a simple out route. Red was late getting over there. We couldn't get off the field. We had 3rd down so many times in that game. And that's what we used to call the money down, right? If you can't get off the field on 3rd down, guys, how are you going to lose? How are you going to win? You're going to lose just on possessions alone, man. Right? So, Brinsky, talk to me about this 3rd down. Now, here's the thing. We couldn't stay on the field on 3rd down on offense because we got pass happy, of course, right? And we couldn't get off the field on 3rd down on defense because the defense kept giving up simple plays. Talk to me about that.
Like you said, simple plays. It was like that looked like a Z route that I don't think it was, but it looked like it on red when they got that one. That was a crucial one. It was like on that same drive, it was like 3 of them that they got. And then that one drive where the penalties was just like the roughing the passing one was god awful. That rough pass one was god awful. I almost threw my controller at the TV. How pissed off I was at that one.
Yeah,
but they just couldn't get off the field, and I think it was 85% on 3rd down.
Man, that's crazy.
85%, and you think to lose by 5, we should be lucky we lost by 5.
That's a fact.
5%, man, that is incredible. I don't think even in some of our blowouts we had 85% on 3rd down. So, man, you just got to give it to them, man. If we stop a few of those 3rd downs, man, who say we won one? Especially one play that really pissed me off was that 4th and 1, when all you got to do is just stay back, be disciplined, and they got us on that bomb. Hey, I thought that was like a telltale sign, like, oh man, it's about to be an upset tonight. And I just kept looking at it like, man, we are just trash right now. And I think I don't even know what to say about the defense, man. It's just what Coach Carl said, man. I don't even think our old previous defensive coordinator, who I would not name, would have did this against Vandy.
Facts.
Not Vandy.
I mean, even on his worst day, he wouldn't even do this.
Not Vandy.
And this is insane. Like, this is like really, really crazy. Like, to lose these boys, it's just not. Like, it's so bad. You got Auburn fans who just lost to Georgia,
Celebrate.
thinking that this is their national championship right here, seeing us lose to Vanderbilt. That's how
We deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it, man.
Yeah,
We deserve it, man.
they gave up on their season to talk about ours. That's just
I
how
know,
it
right?
is. So, man, only
We
thing I
deserve it, Brinsky.
The only thing I can tell you, man, 85%, it need to be under 40% next week, or somebody's job is going to be in question.
That's a fact, brother. Coach Carr, talk to me about these third downs. Let me grab this super chat quickly. Tay McClendon, my brother Tay, said, I saw Lawson push one dude in the back. Didn't even try to tackle. That dude, Sheraton, not off the hook either. His in-game awareness is zero. Refused to run. Hey, Tay told y'all right there what it is. I love Deontay Lawson. He makes plays, but when they running right at him, man, I don't know if he just allow himself to get blocked when he get tired. I don't know what the hell is going on. But again, to Coach J's credit, this defense calls for you to have some dogs right there, right? I mean, some full-time dogs. Coach Carl, talk to me about this third down issue, and make sure you highlight this, Coach Carl. When you don't get off the field on third down in the first half, especially, the other team has got the ball for 21 minutes, and you only got the ball for 8. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, man. It's still
Thank you,
roll
Tay.
tide. It's still
Roll
roll
Tide,
tide
man.
for me. Appreciate all the super chats that y'all contributing to, man. We really do appreciate that. But man, when it comes down to third down, man, my personal opinion, I think the package was all wrong. I mean, Lawson has no business playing third down. Anyway, I've been saying it all along. If Jeremiah Alexander hit them, you put Jeremiah Alexander in there to play third down. Even on in the wishbone, I take Jeremiah Alexander over Deontay Lawson anyway because he's more physical and he a thumper. And Alexander's not going to just run into traffic and get blocked. Alexander 9 times out of 10 trying to bust away. He going in there full speed. You're gonna have to block. He's not just gonna give you his chest and let you run over. And it come down to Freddie Roach, man. Freddie Roach did not make the right adjustment. Just like Coach Jan said, man, you can't put a one technique in the 3. He's never gonna be that C or B gap. He A gap. He got one gap assignment. That's A. Get him the A. Let him eat in the A. If you want to put 3 gaps in there, you want to run a 3. Put a 3 in the 3. Stop putting your defensive lineman in the wrong position, man. You got 1s, you got 3s, you got 5s. Use those 1, 3s, and 5 effectively. You got James Smith that can play 1 or 3. If you want to put somebody in a 1 or 3, put James Smith in the game. Tim Keenan is not a damn 3.
Yeah.
You want to put you want to put a 3 in there? Like I said, man, you got Payne. Payne is a 3, but Payne ain't that damn aggressive at 3. I think he more damn. He think he just more 1 gap 2. He probably just A gap, maybe a B gap every now and then type of scheme guy. Put the guys in there, man. You got all these defensive linemen. Should be the best damn team, the best part of the team in the country. The defensive line. You got too much stack at defensive line. Why the hell you not utilizing your talent? You put Yonsei Pierre in there. The dude is a pass rusher. He do not play the damn run. If we play against Tennessee, I can see you got Pierre in the game. He's a pass rusher. Why would you take? Man, let me just shit crazy, man. But like I said, man, third down. If you can't get off the field on third down, you're gonna take an L. It don't matter, man. We had this guy 3rd and down 13. This man running back in the flat. You can't stop it down 3rd and 13 with a back in the flat. 3rd and 13, everybody should have man-to-man underneath anyway. Everything we tell most coaches say anyway, watch the flat on third down. Watch the flat. You gotta watch the back out the flat.
Yeah, they teach that in youth league.
Yes, you gotta watch the back in the flat. And I mean, I get sometimes kids' eyes get too fixated on the quarterback. But once you see somebody coming at you as a linebacker, hey, you're gonna have to watch the flat, man. You just gotta watch the flat. Lawson has never been that speed guy. So every time but 9 times out of 10, when you see them run the backside of the flat, who they run the backside of the flat toward? They run out the backside of the flat toward Lawson because Lawson is not that quick guy. And he's not going to try to grab you and tackle you low. He's not gonna wrap you up. He more on the thumper, like he want to knock you out, kind of like Malachi Moore. They want to knock you out. Keon said he hurt my feeling because I knew the dude would knock the hell out of you, but I didn't know the dude wouldn't wrap up. Now I knew he was a thumper, but I didn't know he was just a thumper that won't wrap up. And then see that was like in the secondary, one of my biggest questions is that when you thought got a down here rushing team, if the safety's gonna come down there and thump. I knew Keon said would hit you. I just didn't know a dude wouldn't wrap up. I know Malachi Moore tackle, but I knew he wasn't good at that deep coverage. That's what I've been saying. If you know team got fast wide receiver, throw down anybody back there, man. Give me somebody back there, King Mack, somebody with some speed. That if you slip and make a bad read, you got somebody with some speed that can recover while the ball is in the air and make a play on the ball. Malachi Moore never gonna make a play on the ball if he made the wrong read. It's never gonna happen. Red Morgan, as talented that kid is, he's never gonna make a play on the ball, especially in the air, if he made the wrong read. He may try to chase you down, but he don't even have that chase down speed. He don't even have that physical attribute right now to go down there and lay no lumber. He's not that strong right now. So give me somebody that been in college a year and put him out there. Put a year old college kid in the game that been on a weight program for a year. Can you put him in the game on 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14? Man, ain't no way in the hell, man. I just saying, man, like, if this is Kirby Smart in Georgia, they beat Vandy by 50 points. Exactly. If you can't do nothing but run the damn ball at Kirby, Malachi Starks is not letting you beat him over the top. Not no damn Vandy. Not no Vandy, because the defensive line, Kirby gonna bring that defensive line at your ass. When his D-line get tired, he gonna rotate the right guys back at defense. He gonna have his linebacker burning in his corners and safety press man coverage. I mean, press man. Not if you're gonna play man-to-man, why are you getting these guys 12, 13-yard cushion? Come on, man. You're going to play a man-to-man, press, man, make them beat you off the line of scrimmage, make them run into a linebacker, get their whole head toe off, make the quarterback make tight throws. You know what I mean? They had one type throw was a slant, and, you know, that was a 2-yard slant. Guy catch it, go 6 yards because the guy don't want to make a tackle. Man, I mean, you got a tight end to play a quarterback. This guy wide open in the flat every single time, just run past the linebacker. Linebacker don't pick him up. He catch the pass out in the flat. And these most of 3rd down passes. He blocking down on defense ends. I mean, I know the pinning the defense end is a great offensive run. But hey, man, you see the tight end shifts in, and out of corner of your eye, you should know the pin coming. So why not just go ahead and jump the pin? Boom, just speed rush through the pin, get upfield. Let him go toward the linebacker so the play come that way. You free. You still got outside containment. Nah, man, these cats is not reading. These cats are not playing their technique. These cats came in there and thought they were just gonna roll over and drop 3 on Bama on Vandy like they did last year. And Vandy was gonna lay down because they took 2 losses. Shit, after I seen Vandy down there knock off Missouri, I knew Vandy was coming.
That's a fact.
Vandy should have beat Missouri. And Missouri
they should have been 4-0. They should have beat Georgia State. It was self-imploding on the offense.
Yeah, they should have been 4-0. Yeah. Right now they should be 5-0 because they got a good team. So you would just sit down here and watch Vandy. Oh, they got 2 losses. We can run over them. Shit, they've been on Twitter all week doing all these damn Twitter videos dancing. So you know they ain't been preparing for. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been preparing for Vandy. They took them lightly. Anytime you take a team like that, you get your ass whooped. And then that's good for the ass. Like I told my neighbor outside, I said, game like this, their asses need. This is a wake-up game. If your ass don't bounce back from this ass whooping, you might as well go ahead and tank the season, man. Let somebody make the playoff because you're not going to survive. You run against an Oregon or Ohio State if you run through the season and their defense don't get in the right positions, don't make the right tackles, don't make the right plays, don't get the right check calls going on. When you get on deep in the season, Tennessee going to whoop our ass. We're going to lose to LSU with this same old nonsense ass calling. I mean, damn, Auburn played the first half against Georgia. Here, them motherfuckers run the ball the way they run. They're going to be ready. So, man, it's like, come on.
Yep.
I got to do better, man. They got to do better. Man.
The Auburn game is going to scare me, man. The Auburn game is going to scare me. Why? Because, hell, the Oklahoma game is going to scare me. Because because I'm telling you, what Oklahoma's starting to do now, man. What are they doing? They're running a lot of motion. They're running a lot of motion. They're getting out to the flat. They're getting the running backs into one-on-one situations. They're keeping it simple. But again, it's any quarterback that has any sort of mobility that can get off the edge without, like, the fact that we have struggled against two mobile quarterbacks when it comes to setting the edge is insane to me. Like, it's
struggle badly. Yep. Coach Jay, while you going, get that Lynn Shannonfeld. Like, while you going, can you see his comment on screen?
Womack was asking our safeties to cover a back on a 6-yard pass from 15 yards, from 15 yards back, because the linebackers are playing the option. Being an ex-player on defense, I just saw our players put in yep, I agree.
Boom.
And you know what? We were playing. I think defensively we were playing catch up. It's like once we got punched, we kept trying to counter punch to what was working for them, and Vanderbilt, they kept counter punching. They kept showing. It's not even like these are not looks that these are looks that we have all seen. If whoever played football in middle school or in elementary, Pop Warner, we have all seen these looks, and we still couldn't find a way to stop them. It's crazy. It's insane to me, man. But like
Jans, I'm finna make you go on a rant. See, comments like this. I love all of our fans, Tom Reed. I love you to death. But stuff like this is what I be talking about. People that don't have a clue what they talking about, bro. Like, I don't even know if you know what you're watching. Yes, I blame the damn coaches. What are you talking about? What is talent when you in the wrong place, bro? Right? I don't care how fast you run, how high you jump. I'll take somebody slower than you and weaker than you. But if I put them in the right position, they're going to beat you every time. What are you talking about? Go ahead, Jans.
I mean, hey, hold on, man. Well, come in like that, coach. Somebody need to get their ass whooped. You need to take a belt and put to their ass, because you think like this here. Florida State taking all these losses, and they got more talent than anybody in the country. So talent don't win games. Coaches win games. Here, you can take a team like Vandy with all those damn medical profession, and they come in there getting ready to graduate out of school next year and probably going into a hospital to do some residency. And they can come out there and they'll whoop your ass because of the scheme fits the player. The coaches get the player geared up, the mindset to go out here and take on a team like Alabama. Alabama is the number 1 team in the country, which they should have been number 2 behind Ohio State, what I say. And then you still got Vandy, who hadn't beat Alabama in ain't no telling how many years. They are they educated enough to goddamn run the scheme perfectly, and they geared up, motivated enough to come down there and put belt to our asses, and they put belt to our asses tonight, and they enjoyed it. That man sitting down there in that game, he was happy. That quarterback on the sideline dancing the whole damn game. He had no damn fear. Nowhere. Not one time that he had fear. None. So when a quarterback is that comfortable, running backs are that comfortable, they come out there to put your ass on. Give a damn how much talent you got. I don't give a damn. You could take a high school team and whoop our ass the way we've down tackle tonight. And
that's a whole fact. Coach Jay, continue.
You know, it's funny. Someone just actually gave us the time of possession. Vanderbilt had 42 minutes of time of possession compared to our 17 minutes. It is. I even in Bama losses, I've never seen that. Maybe Auburn back in maybe 2017 was the last time that happened. I might have to check, but 42 minutes to 17, it's just pure domination offensively. And this
42 minutes to 17, Coach Jay.
42 minutes to 17. Almost 43 minutes.
I want my brother Tom Reed to listen to that. Tom, in case you don't understand, they had the ball for 42 damn minutes, Tom. We had the ball for 17. If you think that's got something to do with talent, nah. Entering Ty Hayes. Continue, Jay.
Yep, 40. Again, I'm gonna do some research whenever I kind of pass it on. But again, 42 minutes of time of possession is what Vanderbilt had. I have 42 never
to 17.
I gotta look. Maybe Auburn did it in 17 when they beat us by 2 scores. I literally can't remember the last time that's happened. I mean, guys, and people keep blaming. Well, if we never would have had those 2 turnovers, we would have won the game. No, we wouldn't have. The only time that we stopped Vanderbilt from scoring was when they stopped themselves. They should have scored. Like that receiver dropping that pass which would have been a 20-yard pass to set them up, they would have scored on that drive.
Facts.
They were about to score when they were inside the 15 until a holding call happened, which set them up to 3rd and 15. They were about to score a touchdown that drive. Why? Because the formation was set up again for the running back to slip out. It was going to be a wheel route. The running back was going to slip to the wheel route, and I can guarantee you they would have scored. It was the same. It was the same formation. I'm telling you, Vanderbilt should have scored 50 points in this game. Even without the 2 turnovers even without the turnovers, they should have scored 50. Our defense, like, this is the worst defensive performance, even with Pete Golden. God, what's his name? He's the defensive coordinator for Oregon.
Tosh Lapoy.
Tosh Lapoy, even with Tosh,
Yeah.
like, this is the worst defensive blunder I've ever seen since 2007. And I'll even say this: 2007, at least when we lost all those close games like we did in 2007, they had more.
They didn't
talent.
have this. Yep.
They didn't have this talent. 2006, we didn't have this talent. 2005, I mean, the talent on defense was insane. But like years prior, there was a huge talent gap between us and the next top team. This is the worst. I've never seen this. Like, I'm not even going to over exaggerate this. I have not seen any upset like this in Alabama school history. I've never seen it. If somebody needs to point. Somebody was saying in my comments, oh, well, we lost to South Carolina. Okay, yeah, we lost to a ranked South Carolina football team that had 2 first-round quality receivers on the outside and a defense which had 5 first-round picks. That's the team who we lost to, right? Now, if you want to make a comparison to Texas A&M, when we lost to Calzada, I guess you can make that comparison to Calzada with Texas A&M, but I would like to remind everybody that Texas A&M had 2 top 10 recruiting classes going into that season. So the talent gap, again, we had more talent, but the talent gap, it wasn't huge. Like, this is the only game that I can remember that we lost where the talent gap is so huge that no one in their wildest dreams would have thought that Alabama would have lost this game. Like, this is one of the worst upsets, if not the worst upset.
It's the worst. I think it's the worst. We were the number 1 team in the country, and you just got whipped by Vanderbilt. Yeah, I think I don't in recent. I know we lost to Northern Illinois back in the day, but we wasn't ranked, man.
Even so, even though we say we lost to Vanderbilt, they do have just a few guys on there. I'm just trying to make it sound good. Just a few guys. Just a man.
Hayes.
Sound good, but I know it.
Ty, the question asked was on 3rd down, as we talked about last week, we couldn't get off the field. We could not get off the field. Now, before you answer, Ty, I want you to remember, Western Kentucky had a 11-play drive against us. South Florida had a 13-play drive against us. God knows how many 4th downs Georgia stayed on the field. And now this team, right? We could not get off the field with this defense. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, so I just got out of the Bleacher Report stream. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. Jancher, you're 1,000% right. Jalen Milroe had the interception. I'm not even mad at the interception, right? Like, bang, bang play. I'm not happy about it. Don't get me wrong. Especially when you look on the other side of the field, and I believe it was Caleb Odom was standing there with not a defender within 15. But that happens. That's football, what it is. Right tackle gets smoked like that fresh pack of Zaw out in California, fumbled the ball. It is what it is. If you're asking me to assign blame in this game, I put 10 to 5% of this on Alabama's offense and 90 to 95% of it on Alabama's defense. Coach Sean, 12 of 18 on 3rd downs. And the craziest part is you knew what they were going to do.
It's a fact.
So people have said, they just got out-schemed. Yes, we got out-schemed on defense. We got out-coached on defense. We got our ass whooped on defense. This wasn't even just something where it's like, oh, they out-schemed you. No, they out-physicaled them. They had defensive linemen on the ground. And you want to know what kind of ticked me off, guys? And I hate to say this because at the end of the game, we have players kicking a football. I would have loved that fight whenever they were beating us over top for touchdowns, right? Like, I'd have loved that fight then. Everything about that game on the defensive side showed a team that just wasn't there. Coach Sean, to more poignantly answer your question, this is the part that's so frustrating. And I'm going to step up to the plate, and I'm going to take ownership of where I was wrong and where I have been wrong for multiple weeks. And this is where it is. Against Western Kentucky, you have that long drive. Coach Sean, we talked about it. It is alarming, yes, but what did I say? I sat up here and I was like, I'm not sounding the alarm bells yet. New defense, first game of the season. You got a lot of guys in this defensive front that were under Coach Saban. Now they're adjusting to this new defense. I'm not worried about it. We fast forward. You go to USF. You get my point. You go to the USF game. USF runs that veer and shoot. I come up here once again saying, hey, I was more worried about USF than I was Wisconsin. This is a tough offense to stop. It's a quarterback who is dialed into this veer and shoot. They know what they're doing. All good. Let's move forward. Then you go to Wisconsin. And for the most part, Wisconsin, you handled business. And I know, sure, their starting quarterback goes out, but Locke is someone who even Wisconsin people were surprised whenever Van Dyke got the starting job. They thought it was going to be Locke. Then you go to Georgia, Coach Sean, after the game. We're sitting here. I'm starting to get a little worried about adjustments, but I'm also sitting here saying, okay, maybe it's just that you have a Georgia team that has the entire playbook open to them because they're so far behind in this game that they're going to go for it on fourth down. So as a defensive coordinator, you can't even key into what the offense is doing because everything is on the table. And now we go to Vandy, and it once again rears its head. Guys, do you know that we have Missouri coming up? We have Tennessee coming up. Missouri had a running back run for 199 yards against these cats. And if our offense can't get on the field, that's it. Like, I text Coach Sean in this game every time Bama would score. I would hit them back, and usually I'm fairly optimistic. Coach Sean knows this. Usually I'm the optimist. And I was saying I have no faith in the defense getting a stop. Why? Because they are attacking us with the same things Western Kentucky attacked us with, that USF attacked us with, that Georgia attacked us with, that Wisconsin attacked us with, and they can't stop it. They cannot stop it. It was quite frankly embarrassing. Shout out to everybody for being in here. We have Goose with the 199 saying, look at the number of offensive plays. I 100% agree, Goose. That's why if you're asking me to assign blame, 10% on Alabama's offense, maybe 5. I give you 10 because there were 2 turnovers. So how about 5% for each turnover? But they had the ball 17 minutes to Vanderbilt's 42 minutes, as Coach Jay was talking about, and this was a 5-point game. So how on earth can I blame the offense? What I will say is we have got to get our running backs involved. They had 11 carries.
Yep.
Coach Sean, how much more dangerous is Jalen Milroe if a defensive coordinator sits there and goes, damn, man, they might end this game with both their running backs having 15 a pop, and then Jalen Milroe's a rushing threat. We don't know what's going to happen. What happened last week? We kept going to the edge because we had success. Georgia adjusted. We never ran up the middle, and when we did, we had the guys trying to bounce to the outside. But if I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, the offense is good, but
and
the defense
Vandy was playing zone. Yeah. They weren't afraid of us running the ball, man. You know what I mean? They weren't afraid of us running the ball. Did you get Goose's super chat, Ty?
I did get Goose. Shout out as well to let me see here.
Thank you,
Nichols.
Goose.
Yeah, 100%.
Appreciate you.
Nichols, you're 100% right.
That's a fact. Nichols says this was on Womack. Players were out of position. Bad, man. I mean, it wasn't even close, man. It was bad, brother. The worst I've seen in a long time. Mario Gates says, Mario with the $50 super chat. Mario says he lost $5K sports betting on Bama. On top of that, I live in Nashville, so I hear about this for years. Embarrassing loss, but it's a long season. We will be fine. Roll Tide.
That's
I
the
tell you
positive.
what, Mario, we all appreciate you on the super chat, bro. We appreciate you donating to anybody. We appreciate you so very much for that, brother. You, Nichols, Goose, all of you. But you know what, though, Mario? This is week what, 6? Is this week 6?
And can I say something, Coach?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Joshua is saying scheme isn't the issue. The problem players out there playing damn scheme isn't the issue. You have a team that's running it down your throat, and you're lining up 3 defensive linemen. And not only is it 3 defensive linemen, it's 2 defensive ends and a defensive tackle. I have said this, Coach Sean. How many times have I texted this to you? I don't like Womack's package that's bandit, defensive tackle, wolf. You're too light. You're too light.
Coach Jay said it too.
I didn't even see Otis in the game. Like maybe, and
I didn't see him at all.
I did see him, and if I did see him, he wasn't playing 3 or 1. He was going to play 5, or he was going to play even up wide.
Facts.
I have no idea why we did it. It has happened every game, and I don't get it. I don't understand why we're trying to play out wide. And again, you know, I don't know. Like this reminded me so much of the Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills game, where we were just in that too high look, and you're going against an RPO based offense and Todd Monken's scheme who's running heavy personnel, and Patrick Ricard as your fullback, and they're just running it down your damn throat, and you wonder why Derrick Henry has 199 yards. Look at the defense that you're in. And then you look at Vanderbilt. Why were they so successful? Look at the defense that you're in. You're playing this team like Vanderbilt is going to throw for 400 yards.
Yes. What did Alabama do against Cincinnati in that playoff
game? Run the ball down their damn throat.
Why? Because they were in a 3-3-5. Yep. And we're sitting here. So Jim, I even disagree with you. Can't blame scheme when D-line is getting pushed all over the field. You want to know how you can try and stop that? Get some more beef on the field. But instead, no, we're going to thin it out.
Bam. There's no reason why Otis and Keenan, they haven't been on the same field at all this season. Not at all. Why did we get better at stopping the run second half of the season last year? Because we brought Keenan into the rotation. And we played him alongside Otis. We kicked him out to 3. And that was it. That was the answer. Was Keenan play 1, and then Otis played 3, and then we would have a rotation. But that was our base defense. We included them in the base, and we became one of the best run defenses in the country in the second half of the damn season. Like I don't know. Like this 4-2-5 defense, guys. I'm gonna keep saying it. These players, they don't fit the scheme. These players don't fit the scheme because you have guys that for the most part have played in a 3-4 defense, and they're playing out of position. You have one techs playing 3. You have linebackers that mostly are run defenders. You're getting them into heavy pass coverage sets. You're not getting the right players. You're not getting the right players in the personnel that you assign them to. They're not. You wonder why they're out of position all the damn time, because they don't fit what you're trying to do. They're not the right players for the job. And so I don't know. Like the only way I think I see this defense get fixed, you're gonna have to tear it down next season, man. You're gonna have to tear it down and figure out what players can work. But this crap is it's ridiculous that we haven't figured this out in 6 weeks. And we still can't figure out how to stop this sort of offense. It's insane.
Absolutely
1,000,000% facts. 1,000,000% facts. Said my boy, let me get Alex 1738. Alex says, our sorry A defense. Do y'all think it's over for us? How y'all feel? Alex, we all thank you. And that might be on ties to the $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Alex, man. We about to answer your question along with Lynn's.
I'll pull up Alex's. Coach. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, cool. No problem. Lynn, $20 super chat. Lynn says, guys, this is for all of you that's never played football or played at the high school level. Vandy ran the same 10 plays the whole game. Thank you. From 3 different
100%.
formations. That's why I was so upset. High school, is that my boy Coach Al?
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's why I was so upset. High school
100%.
coaches make changes. Let me say this to everybody out there talking about it wasn't scheme. Let me say this. Bro, listen. Vanderbilt, I mean, Lynn just covered it for you. I'm just going to expound for you. It's 3rd and 8, right? These guys haven't shown any idea, any inkling of a pass attack. All they're doing is read option, quarterback keeping it, handing it off, right? You in 3 down linemen. You got 3 down linemen, bro. All these linebackers and all these defensive backs all over the field, they got the first down just by falling forward. They didn't even have to really work hard, man. Right? When you say it's not scheme, when you line up in a defense like that, brother, that allow this team to stay on the field for all these third downs, and it's kind of what Coach J said. Coach J kind of hit the nail on the head. You're behind as a defense. You catching up with the offense the whole game. You're trailing the whole entire game, man. Right? Coach Womack got to go look at himself after this, bro. This was my thing with just along with Coach J about this 4-2-5. Along with Ty, we all had our questions. Jake used to explain it in detail and make us understand it, right? I had my, because I understand as an offensive guy, in that defense, your rover better be somebody that want to come up and make some contact over and over again, right? You can't be this guy that just want to cover all the time. No, you're gonna be damn near in the box. You got to make contact over and over and over again. So that concerned me, man. That concerned me. I was and the way we used to attack teams with that, we would run to the side that they had less resources. The side that didn't have, wherever your overhang, whatever that is, we're gonna attack him. We're gonna make sure that kid want to tackle. The film is gonna tell us previously whether he want to tackle or not. So this loss is on everybody, bro. Like Ty said, it's enough blame to go around because at the end of the day, you lost to Vanderbilt. You lost to Vanderbilt. One more time, you lost to Vanderbilt the week after you played Georgia. You want to grab Gooses, Ty?
Oh.
Yes, sir. He says, was it Elijah Pritchett 57 that Jalen Milroe had to grab on the play before he got beat? I'm not sure if anybody can answer that. I didn't see him grab somebody, but it was definitely 57 who got smoked on that play. Got over his skis and got smoked. Got absolutely smoked.
Coach Al, talk to us about this defense, man. What did you see really quick before I give it back to Brinsky? What did you see, man, that concerns you? And we going no holds barred. Don't feel bad about telling the truth tonight. You know what did you see, Coach?
I've never felt bad about telling the truth, man. You should know the truth, and the truth should set you free. Okay,
Yes, sir.
100%.
and as we were texting during the game, we had to go 4 down and cover up the guards. Period.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
And then what you're trying to do is you almost got to play a 2 gap over the 2 techniques.
Over the 2 technique, facts.
Spill it to the outside because we had the speed. We were talking about that during the whole game.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the dudes as 5 techniques, those big 5 techniques, like the Borg Bay and them dudes, you don't have them. And you don't have a nose guy that can take double take. He got to command 2 guys. So we were talking about this the whole game, man. Paul Johnson used to do that at Georgia Tech. You get behind Paul Johnson, you're not going to see the ball again.
Fact.
Death by 1,000 cuts. So our scheme was flawed, frankly. We got out coached. We had no answers for it. We were talking the whole game. I would take my chances and put my corners on an island just to shut the run down and make them throw the ball. We never forced them into anything that was going to make them uncomfortable, get them out of character. We never did that. Okay. So what they did was kept the ball away. Perfect game plan. Hats off to them. Hate it. But Womack got a lot to answer for. Okay.
Facts.
Our seniors, our so-called senior leadership on our team, got a lot to answer for. All right.
We had a guy punting the football whenever they were kneeling the down.
Exactly. I mean, last week when everybody wanted you in front of the microphone, okay, you were happy to talk length. You were happy to talk all of this. Now I want to see if you're going to talk to those people and man up this week and talk to them. Because this game is on the defense. This game is on the defense 100%. You cannot win championship football. You can't stop the run. Period. We can talk scheme. We can talk X's and O's. But at the end of the day, the players got to man up. The coaches got to put them in a place to make plays. They did not do that. I don't know what they was thinking about last week. I don't know what Womack was looking at, what tape he was looking at or not. Okay. But we didn't cover their guards up. We didn't pinch everything down in the middle and spill it to the outside. We could use our speed. We didn't bring that 5th guy up to get a 5-man look and make it odd and fix it, do different things to fix up to mess their blocking schemes up. We never did any of that. Okay, that I saw on a consistent basis. All right, so that's what I gotta say.
Let me bring this to you, Brinsky. I seen this for the first time, and maybe my Bama glasses, maybe it was there earlier, and I just didn't pay attention to it. But I'm gonna tell you what I saw tonight. For the first time, I seen our middle linebackers, Jahad Campbell and especially Deontay Lawson. I seen them bow down a little bit. And boys didn't want no contact. I seen them, the middle linebackers, bro, start to arm tackle and not really. I'm like, what? I know what that dude. I'm an offensive guy. Me and Coach, I know what that mean, bro. Can't tell me. I know what that mean, right? When you go to pounding on the middle linebackers, bro, and next thing you know, he started to whiff on the tackle. I know what that means. You getting your ass whipped. You getting your belt put to your ass, right? Bro, I'll even humble myself and tell the truth right now. And if my former teammates watch it, they'll tell you. Southern University, right? Number 55, I forgot his name, Ezra something. That boy was, when I tell you he was Coach Al, this boy was, listen, when he was hitting me, bro, I swear I could feel him every time. This cat was bringing thunder to me, bro.
Yeah.
It's like every time I touched the ball, he was on every tackle. Everywhere I went, he was in my ear too. I watched film on you 25. I'm on you. I'm on. Bro, when I tell you he hit me one time up under my chin, made me bite down on my mouthpiece and my tongue. I bit my tongue or something. My whole mouth was bleeding. Bro, when I tell you, I act like I was cramping up, bro. Wasn't cramping up. He was just killing my ass. He was killing me, bro. And I'll tell the truth to everybody. That 55 made me quit, bro. Oh, coach, I'm cramping up. No, I wasn't. I just want to get the hell out the game for a little while until I got my composure back, bro. He was killing me. 55, whoever you is.
And yes. Brinsky, as we pass this to you, I don't disagree, Drewski. The Vandy players bought in more. They fought harder, but they also out-schemed our defense. There is no question about that. And then 2, Bama boy, listen, I don't disagree. You take away some turnovers, maybe the offense had the ball for 17 minutes as opposed to their 42 minutes, and we were 5 points away. This is not on Milroe. This is not on the offense. This is on the defense. Brinsky, talk to me, man.
It just feels like it gets worse and worse every time we keep talking about it, man. It's worse and worse. I was just like, this is why I said, man, I don't know why they put us ahead of Ohio State. I always believe Ohio State was the #1 team in the country, and they proved it again today.
That hurts my heart.
And yeah, the truth is
but it's true.
It's a fact.
My eyes don't lie, man. I know what I'm seeing. This is just crazy. And we all didn't like, even though we won last week, we seen how that second half went, and that gave us so much concern. Like every last one of us had concern about this week just because of that. And it showed. And I'm glad that it showed. It's a wake-up call for these guys. Like who's really here for the really for the smoke? Are you gonna run for the smoke or are you gonna walk towards it? And one thing that I do not like, and I think y'all may feel different about it. I'm about to say the podcast that Ryan and Jalen Mbakwe have. Can we shut that down, man? Because I feel like we're just not focused. I know it's a new day and age. All the guys getting NILs and all that. It's just like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? I don't never see the best teams with podcasts in the middle of the season. Like, if you want to wait to the end of the season, that's cool to do your thing, and we can talk about this stuff. We can bring on Red Morgan and all these, Keon, Sad, Malachi. That's cool. Let's talk about the season. But during the season, we all know that Coach Saban, it wouldn't even been a question, would they have this podcast up right now?
Well, Coach Saban's the one that told them to do it.
Yeah.
That's the part that kills me.
When he told them to do it.
Apparently, he was the one that told them to do it. That they should have the podcast. That's what multiple people were saying.
Yeah, I'm saying, was he the coach?
No, but that's just I don't disagree with you at all, though. I'm just saying.
No, I just wasn't sure was he the coach when he said that, because I know Coach Saban as the analyst, he says a lot, but I know Coach Saban, the coach, is a whole different animal.
Facts.
That's a whole different animal. He's not allowing this, man. This is crazy. Like, oh yeah, you guys got personality, yeah, do it. But I think it's going to be a big wake up call. It's going to be, we're going to see who really wants it next week, man. You can tell just by the way them guys play, who got a lot of pride. Like, hey man, we lost. It is what it is. We made a lot of folks' day,
man.
And the people that I'm talking about is Auburn. So that tells you should. That literally tells you.
We got New Mexico State.
Hey, listen, you're Auburn fan, bump gums. So go ahead, talk it. I'm here for it. I said heinous things when y'all lost to Cal, when y'all lost to Arkansas, when y'all lost. Say it. I'm not going to say a word to you. You've earned it.
Nah,
whatever.
But the thing is, I would not talk bad. Matter of fact, who did they lose to last week? Oklahoma. If we lost to Georgia, I wouldn't be sitting over here like joking on them the way they try to joke on us. Because I'm not thinking about you. I'm worried about
Facts.
my team.
Worried about my team. Facts. I ain't gonna be in your chat because I don't give a damn about you. Right.
Different standard over here. You're little brothers. Matter of fact, you are little sisters. Stay in your place. Go at the tea party. We worried about big things over here.
Brinsky, this is the difference. We both lost today. Do you think I'm finna be in the Auburn chat talking about Auburn? Give a damn who they lost to, who they won. I'm worried about my own team, right?
Yeah.
Coach Jay, let me get y'all in here on this. Talk to me, Coach Jay, about what's going forward, man. You, Carl, Ty at the bottom. Talk to me about what's going forward, man. What is it going forward?
This culture's got to change. This culture's got to change, man. I don't know if y'all watched the Destroying video where he was touring around Alabama's facility, and he was talking to the players about what to do between Saban and DeBoer. That tells you everything you need to know about this game. I'm gonna say that the culture's got to get fixed. You got to fix the culture. They talk about, I think Jalen Miro was the one that said it, how back in the day when Nick Saban walked into the room when they were doing their meetings, the music cut off immediately. When DeBoer walks into that room, that music stays on for 30 more minutes while the meeting's going on. They talk about how much freedom they have, like how much freedom they now have around the facility, how there's a lot more players are playing a lot more kind of like more college, like more video games. And they talk, I recommend anybody to watch that video because I'm telling you, the culture shift between Saban and DeBoer, it's evident. It's extremely evident. Of course, they have different personalities, but the point is DeBoer will let these players will have a lot more freedom to do whatever compared to Saban. And I'm like I said, this is not a monarchy, right? This is not a monarchy. Like these players they're not in jail, but the mentality that these players were kind of forced to have compared to DeBoer, it's different. And so, I mean, like I said, I think from a culture standpoint, it something's got to happen, man. Because this has been happening since week one, where the culture the lack of coaching adjustments, the same issues that this team continues to be plagued with, it's been happening since week one. This is not just happening now. Yeah. Everything that led up to Vanderbilt upsetting us, all of us have been talking about since the beginning. And it's like at some point you can, if I'm Alabama, I'm not even watching this tape. I'm throwing this tape in the trash can. Instead, I'm watching week 1, week 2, and I'm watching that Georgia second half, and I'm saying to myself, okay, how do we fix this? Because the Vanderbilt game was the same crap. How do we fix this? And sometimes you have to go back all the way to the beginning when you first walk through that door, and you're gonna have to look at yourself and saying, do I need to have a culture shift? What do I have to do as a head coach to fix this? Because right now, even though, and thank God we're not in a 14 playoff, because if we're I don't care if we would have won the SEC. Unless Vandy finished the season ranked, we weren't making it. don't give a crap we're in the SEC or not. We're not going to make it with this loss to Vanderbilt. So you have to so. But thankfully, we're in a 12-team playoff. And so if you win the SEC, you get your bye week. But the crap part is if you lose 2-3 games, the second loss, you barely might make it in. And I'm saying you barely might because you're going to have to hope and pray that Vanderbilt has a winning record. Because if Vanderbilt ends up going 4-8, 2 losses may not even get you in. So I don't know, man. Like I'm tired of talking about the same crap that we've been talking about for 5 weeks. I'm sick and tired of it. It's the same crap over and over and over again. And at some point, I have to look at DeBoer because it starts with the head man. I have to look at DeBoer and say to myself, man, how do you fix this? And I think that you got to start with culture. The culture's got you got to get it to there needs to be some sort of balance because otherwise, I'm telling you, we're going to be in deep trouble. Every team now is going to have confidence that they can beat Bama. Every single team now is going to have the confidence that they can beat us. And I can guarantee you that Hugh Freeze is licking his chops. I can guarantee you that Steve Luttrell, who might be fired by the end of this year, is licking his chops because they have the personnel and they have the scheme that can give Alabama problems. And so I don't know, man. Like I can't believe we're having this conversation that we've had defenses that have given up 40 points before, but even with Pete Golding, I didn't have this concern where we may lose, where I could see 4 or 5 teams maybe beating this team. And that's not even an over exaggeration from a scheme standpoint. It's clear as day so far the evidence is clear that there is a scheme out there that will beat us. And the problem was that with Nick Saban, there were certain matchups that it was just bad matchups against certain teams. But it was rare. It was a few teams out there that can give Nick Saban a bunch of problems. In this defense that we're seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 to 5 teams I see right now in this conference that can legit give Alabama major issues on the defensive side of the ball unless we fix it. So I don't know what else I don't know what else to say, man. Like this is if we haven't fixed it since Western Kentucky when they had that 10-minute drive, we couldn't fix it when South Florida also beat us in time of possession. We couldn't fix it in the first half against Wisconsin when they had over 130 yards rushing. I don't know what else we can do. Honestly, I don't know how else we can fix it if we're 6 weeks into this thing.
It's all facts, man. Let me grab Lynn with this $15 super chat, and Ty, I'll grab. I'm not sure if this is yours. I'll just read them out so they can. Lynn with the $15 super chat. Coach, you know my feeling on this 425. Yeah, Lynn is about like the rest of us on this 425. Before the season started, facts, he was saying it. Plus, you guys remember my chat that I questioned our toughness. I go to practice regular, the music and the relaxed atmosphere. I gotta be with you on that now, Lynn. I mean, because I didn't recognize us, man. Thank you, Lynn, for the $15 super chat, Lynn. Much love and thank you so much. Brandon Wilkins with the $4.99 $5 super chat says 425 is weak. We all know it. This isn't the Pac-12. More losses coming if we can't stop the run. Brandon, we all thank you for that, man. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, and you 1,000% correct, man. Let me see. We got Fury Muri says, would you rather win versus Vandy or lose again?
Lose versus UGA.
Yeah. I mean, we got to lose to one. Yeah, give me the Georgia loss, man. I mean, that's the. I don't want to lose none of them, right?
Yeah,
$2 super chat. What you got, Coach?
Yeah, we were talking during the game. When Gus Malzahn got you in this kind of situation, you can't like we were talking during the week. You can't practice against an offense like this during the week and replicate the speed. Okay, the way this offense is run, we talked about it, right? They don't run 15 plays and 15 formations. They run the same. They run about 10 plays, run everything extremely fast, and make you guess wrong.
Yeah,
it's severe. We talked about it earlier this week. So I don't know why Womack, those guys didn't prepare for that to have something counter to that. The beer is nothing new, Coach.
Facts.
Gus Malzahn used to give Nick Saban fits with that, with the running quarterback.
Yeah.
So facts. We know that works against us. We should have been focused on getting out the gate and making them play from behind. It's not the Veer offense is not designed to be explosive like that. It's a ball control scheme. So I don't know if we'll see another scheme like that this year, Coach. I don't. We may see something more conventional. I hope. We don't have an answer for this, obviously, but something more conventional. Now, next week we play a running quarterback with South Carolina, and then you can best believe that they're going to introduce some of that because they saw what they can make us vulnerable to if they can keep the ball away from us. Now they're going to be on the road. We're seeing that Tennessee's having a problem right now at Arkansas on the road. We saw Missouri have a serious problem on the road. Guess what? We had a serious problem on the road.
That's a fact.
So I'm not going to be so bad on my team. We got a long way to go. Let's see, can we fix it? We know it's got some schematic flaws, but I would say coming out of the flex bone offense myself, with Paul Johnson, those guys, we used to keep away.
Yeah.
We get ahead of you, you're not going to see the ball. You're going to be frustrated in the game. Okay. So that's what they did to us. They rubbed our face in it too. Okay.
Yeah. That time of possession tells the whole story, man.
And one other thing you talked about too, the size of Vanderbilt's offensive line. We saw they had SEC guys up front. They were pushing us around. We talked about that, Coach. They did that.
Whole fact.
Yeah, they ran the field, but they kicked our teeth in. Jaheim Otis never saw the field. Jefferson never saw the field.
Yeah, and that's crazy to me, man. Thank you to Fury Muri, the $2 super chat to the channels. Thank you so very much, man. We appreciate you more than you know. Brandon Wilkins with the $5 super chat. We was dancing while losing. That ish is weird. Hey, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. I said the same thing when Jalen and Ryan did the little thing with the football. Bro, you losing to Vanderbilt. I swear to you, I sat in my living room and I said the same thing. We're losing to Vanderbilt. Yeah, you made a great play on offense, but look at the scoreboard. You still losing. So, yeah, I ain't got no tolerance for that kind of stuff. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't want to sound like the old man, get off my lawn. But you're losing to Vanderbilt, right? Goose with the $5 super chat to tie my last 3 road games: Tennessee, LSU, and Vanderbilt, 22, 22, and 24. Thinking about getting rid of my Oklahoma ticket. Hey, it's a fact. It's a whole fact, man. Uncle Jay. Hey, listen. Thank you, Goose. Thank you, Goose, for that, man. We appreciate you, Goose. Ty, everybody will appreciate you all for that, man. Uncle Jay. Jay, $5 super chat. Good evening, Coach Sean, Ty, and gentlemen. I'm pissed. I gave our coaches too much credit. They ran the same play over and over and over. What just happened? Just tap in with us for a minute, Uncle Jay. We're going to rush back through it.
Kane Womack's what happened.
Kane Womack. $5 super chat from Uncle Jay. Jay, we appreciate you, man, more than you know.
Kane Womack and Freddie Roach just happened.
So let me bring it back to the part when we get John.
Lynn just dropped another super chat too.
Okay, let me get Goose. Goose looked like CKD, Coach Caden the boy, tried to substitute for MM13 as he kicked the ball at the end, but MM13 wouldn't come out the game. Discipline. Hey, it's more than that though, Goose. $5 super chat from my brother Goose to Ty. Hey, Goose, we all appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for those super chats, man.
If that's true, though, yeah, you have to.
All of our channels. Goose with another $5 super chat says, Coach Al, facts. Goose, I can tell you we all appreciate you, brother. You make great comments. Tay McClendon, Big Tay always says, thank God we don't play Lane Kiffin or Sark this year. They would do us dirty. Diddy style. All facts. Hey, Tay, $5 super chat from my brother Tay, and he's right on time as it is. You want to grab this one, Ty?
Yeah, Alex H with the $4.99. Thank you very much. Saying only thing that's going to make me happy tonight is if Tennessee loses. Even if they lose, I'm still in the same situation. Because guess what? We lost.
Me too.
I'm not worried. Like, don't get me wrong.
100% Ty.
And you know how I feel about Tennessee, but that ain't gonna make me feel no better, bro.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna make me feel no better.
It helps us. Lynn with the 40 saying, last word from me. I'm pissed. I'm very heavy on NIL. You know, Coach, we work to get what we need. I can tell you guys that we had 3 major recruits ready to move to flip and 1 5-star defensive line ready to commit. Anybody but Vandy. You want to know the only positive, Lynn, is if you're
$40 to Lynn.
Is if I'm Freddie Roach, and I'm sorry, if I'm Freddie Roach, if I'm Kalen DeBoer, I'm looking at that 5-star defensive lineman saying, you see what just happened? You'll play day dot because they just got folded. So you'll play day dot.
My man Stink Ass Cat. That's my man Ty. You want to grab that one, Ty?
Yeah, with the $20 saying, got a lot of love for the Bama YouTubers, man. Thank you for being here, Stink. Thank you for being here with our pain.
And shout out to the brother Lynn, too. Lynn always do big things, man. Lynn is heavily involved with the Bama program and the NIL program and the Bama collectives, right? So he can definitely tell you big things if you want to know it. Thank you, Stink Ass Cat, to my brother Ty. Shout out to my brother Bear with the $10 super chat. Can we get one Will Anderson on the team, please? I wish we could, Bear. I wish we could, man. You know what I mean? John, let me hop into you and Coach Al, you and Coach Carl real quickly. John, give me your synopsis real quick, because I hadn't heard really what you feel about this defense, because the offense did score, right?
Yeah.
We scored, took the lead, whatever you want to call it, and the defense let them walk right back down the field. Give me your breakdown of the defense quickly, John.
Well, I'll just say this real quick. Number one, there was no energy, lack of enthusiasm, all that. Second of all, I openly said I didn't find a way where Vanderbilt can win. Shout out to Clark Lee. Vanderbilt, clearly. I'm eating that crow 100%. I lost $300 a day off that. Thank God I still got a parlay going to make up for it, hopefully. But plain and simple, Vanderbilt took what we already knew and what Alabama already knew and just exposed it. This was nothing new. We've seen it happen game after game after game. It was just time. And by the way, guys, but Diego Pavia, he's the first quarterback in college football history to beat 3 top 25 teams when they were more than 20-point underdogs, right? So shout out to him that he was the New Mexico State quarterback a couple years ago that beat Auburn. You know what I mean? So this dude is making history himself. I think we underestimated K-Law and how much he helped us as far as blocking, even though I do believe our offense did a good job. Kobe Prentice, God help him. I don't know how that wasn't a targeting call. I have no idea.
On 2 players that was targeted. As clear as can be. You had one dude crown to the helmet, the other dude forcible contact to the head and neck. That was an egregious call.
Yeah.
We have to get back. Yeah, exactly. We have to get back to playing complimentary football, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, establish a drive that will give this. If you see the defense struggling this much, establish a drive, run the ball. Jam Miller and Justice Haynes did, in my opinion, a pretty good job of running the ball when they had the chances. But splitting 5 carries to these guys is not enough. Yeah. That is pathetic. I don't care how good Jalen is. How do you recruit other running backs to come to this system?
Yep.
What are you going to say? We give them 5 carries a game?
No.
I don't disagree. It's hard when you're down by 14 immediately and your defense can't get off the field to play any sort of complementary defense.
No, and I agree. But when you get the ball back, what do? You establish the run game, so that gives your defense a time to adjust.
Hey, when our offensive line decides to run block, I agree with you. But their run block, last week we had 2 wide receivers grade higher than offensive linemen for run blocking. Our run blocking is atrocious.
I agree with you to an extent. Elijah Pritchett also was a major vulnerability in this game on the right-hand side as well. That came back to fruition right away. But why can't we put a tight end on that side to help the guy? Chip block or something. It's simple. I mean, as a casual fan, I'm sitting here going, this is like grade A elementary stuff, right? So that we should be doing it, and it's not being done. But back to the defense, I don't know how to express about the defense. I don't know how much of a difference Justin Jefferson would have made, because I'm not that much into that defense. I mean, Damani Jackson I thought he did a good job for the most part. You know what I mean? He did give up a couple passes. But I think that we just got exposed to what we already knew, and they just took advantage of it. And I don't think there's really too much to look into this game other than the fact, like Jant said, and you guys said, the culture. Like, it's all fun and games when you're winning, guys. Les Miles looked like a genius when he was winning. But but eating the grass is fun, right? So he was doing it on national television when he's winning. But the moment you start losing, it ain't fun no more. And people want to call you out. Boosters want your head. You know what I mean? Alumni want your head. And K-Mom, better watch it. You know what I mean? Man. Like, and I guess people have just settled on this expectation of we're going to continue the cycle of being the greatest, and didn't appreciate what Nick Saban was, right? Mm-hmm. Nick Saban's don't roll around every corner. You know what I mean? And just like somebody made the comment about Will Anderson, where's our Will Anderson? Will Andersons don't come around every year, guys. That's why when you have them, you need to appreciate them and understand what you have. So, yeah, that's my rant on that. Sorry.
Shout out to Brandon Wilkins. $5 super chat. We have Will Anderson tight. His name is Q-Rob. We're taking him out. Q-Rob is great, but when they run at him, he's not. That's just my humble opinion.
Coach, my only thing there is who's better than him at Wolf? He's by far and about our best Wolf.
Agree.
Facts. Brandon again. Haynes is the best secret weapon. We don't use him. All facts. John just spoke on it. Thank you, Brandon, for both your super chats. We got my boy Bear. Bear says, I mean, they beat us with Pee Wee ball offense. The damn wishbone. Damn shame. $10 super chat from the homie Bear, and he's correct, right? He's correct. My brother Goose, who's definitely donating. You want to grab that one, Ty?
Yeah, Goose the 999 saying, coaches, you guys are the best. We had a lot of fans here today. Didn't seem like we had as much energy as we should have. How did it sound on TV? I'm not going to lie. I wasn't even looking at the energy or anything like that on TV.
It was 75% Bama fans.
Yeah.
It was.
It was.
Yep, because my boy, he went to the game. He was texting me throughout the game. He was telling me, it's like, yeah, it's loud, bro. Like you can't. Vanderbilt, like they had their own student section that was just full of Vanderbilt fans. Of course, you had some people on the upper deck that were just, they were kind of just casual Vanderbilt fans, alumnus, other people that's kind of been around the university. But it was 75% Bama fans. The energy was great, and then all of a sudden, what happened? Then all of a sudden, Vanderbilt drove, and then it was silent. And then Jalen Murrow threw a pick. Then it was. I mean, Bama couldn't get into the game. These fans couldn't get into the game for the entire. They couldn't believe it. Even when we were scoring and there was some sort of momentum, and Ryan Williams was making spectacular plays, the crowd, they couldn't get invested into the game because they were expecting a murder, and
they got one.
They got one.
So what the Vandy fans? That's why they sold all them tickets.
They got a murder.
Hold on. You know what's funny? Because my boy Chance, he texted. He's like, they didn't even check for tickets. They had they were going into the game. They were just letting them in because the game wasn't sold out. That's why 75% of Bama fans went, because the game wasn't sold out. And if they were, it was just Bama fans that were there that was trying to tailgate, and they were just allowing people in the game. Like they'll do their security checks, and then they'll just allow, like, people were going in for free.
That's crazy.
Almighty.
Listen, shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother Ty, man. Ty say he got to dip out, man. I appreciate Ty coming on, man. He always blesses us with his presence, man. Thank you, Goose. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Goose. Ty, let everybody know where they can find you, man, and give us your last words on this defense and what's going forward. Then I'm gonna hop right to you, Coach Carl.
Hey, you can find me at Around the Table Sports.
Yes.
KJ Goated said, time to fight. No. Listen, DeBoer lost. That sucks. Like I said, this is 10%, 5% on the offense. Whenever the defense can't get off the field, whenever the defense is on the field for 42 minutes and knows what's coming, and you run a three-man front and they're running at you, this is on Womack. Like 90% of this is on Womack. And the reason I say that, this is the same stuff that we saw Western Kentucky do.
Facts.
And USF do. Bama's offense was 5 points off having the ball for 17 minutes. This is not on the offense. This is a defensive coordinator who, quite frankly, listen, Boomer129, I said I didn't think Seth had a feel for calling a football game. Right now, I don't think Womack has a feel for calling a football game. I don't. So, yeah, outside of that, guys, we'll be here Monday talking about this on the weekend. Until then, roll tide as always. That never changes. But this one hurts, guys. Thank you as always for allowing me on the platform. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all be safe.
All right, Ty. Be
Hey,
safe.
Ty.
All right, Ty.
Here, Ty.
Hold it down, brother.
Chance, we continue the cooking on Monday.
Yep. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
All right, Ty. Coach Carl, let me get you on here, man. And I'm gonna let everybody get their last spiel on it. Coach Carl, we got South Carolina coming up. Tell me how you feel about the future coming. What do we do for the future, man?
Man, honestly,
wait for you, Coach. My bad, Coach Carl. Jay Townsend, Today our defense couldn't stop a damn running nose. Shout out to Uncle Jay, man, who I love to death. And make sure y'all tap in with Uncle Jay's platform, man. Go to my Twitter, you know what I mean? Epic Travels is freaking awesome. Uncle Jay travel everywhere. I'm talking about in between the moon and earth. If you want to know what it's like, you tap in with Epic Travels. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong there, man. Make sure you tap in with that for sure. If you look on my Twitter, it's on there. You look on YouTube, Epic Travels, man. Check it out. Jay's Epic Travel. You can't go wrong with that, man. Uncle Jay, $2 super chat today. I did. That's a whole fact, Uncle Jay. Goose, $5 super chat culture. Facts. It's undeniable, Goose. You and Uncle Jay both are 1,000,000% correct. Where do we go from here, Coach Carl?
I mean, honestly, man, I wouldn't even too much blame Caden Womack. I mean, all he does is make the play calls, man, but most of that stuff is on the defense line coach for putting the guys in the right position, putting the right guys in the game at the right time anyway. So, like that, with the things that happen up front, that's all Freddie Roach. K. Womack can't sub. He 9 times out of 10, you heard what they said in the interviews. The D linemen, all linemen, position coach actually coach their position. They make all the damn substitution on their own. So when you look at Mo Linquist on the back end, he making some bad adjustments on the back end. You got Freddie Roach, he making some bad adjustments on the front end. And with K. Womack, yeah, he made a few bad adjustments in the middle. So it ain't just on Womack, it's on the whole defensive staff, because as a defensive team, they're not making the right adjustment. They're not putting the right guys on the field at the right time. If you're running that 3-3 stack, you shouldn't be running a 3-3 stack on a running team. When a team line up in the wishbone, you can't run a 3-3 stack. At that point, you're gonna have to run a 4-3 defense, a 3-4 defense, a 5-2 defense. You got to run some kind of defense, man. Shit. Go back to the old school Chicago Bear defense. You got to do something different.
Right.
With that being said, South Carolina gonna be pretty much geared up for that passing game, because they had that little dual threat quarterback, so they can try to get that guy in space, try to throw the ball over down the field. I'm not too worried about their offense. They do play pretty good defense, but I'm not worried about the offense. But if our defense play like they play today, then their offense is concerning, because the quarterback can easily have 300-yard rush. They do have skills. I mean, they got what they had last year. They got number 1 wide receiver in the country, that big dude. So they have skill on the outside that can threaten you down the field. If the quarterback can run around and make plays, hey man, it can be a long day. But defense has to make the adjustment. Freddie Roach gonna have to come out of here, get out of his feelings, and play the right kids. I don't know what's the problem. Well, I don't know why he's not playing two D tackles and just want to run a nose guard, put a nose at the 3, put a nose at the 1. I mean, you got. If you're gonna run a 4-2-5 defense, run the damn 4-2-5. Leave the 3-3 stack alone.
Yeah.
You want to run 3-3 stack, just run 3-3 stack and then put you 3 stud linebackers in the game, and do something with the DNs. Take one defense in out and put 2 tackles in the game and 1 defense in overlap for some speed. You gotta do something. I mean, you gotta figure out what to do at what point to do it. Freddie Roach is a Bama guy. I love him. I appreciate what he did when he was playing, but you gotta change, man. You gotta come up with the right defensive line scheme, defense line combination. When you got a defensive lineman that's eating, put another one beside him that's even hungry. Tim Keenan did decent, but he didn't get no pressure. They double teamed his ass all night. He couldn't beat the double team. And even like a lot of time when I was coaching defense at my old school, I would tell my defensive linemen, if they double team you, just bend the knee. Just drop the knee. If they double team you, drop the knee. They can't push you. Let them push on your back if you have to. At least when they fall with you, we still open up the hole for the linebacker to flow. But if they double teaming you and they pushing you 5 yards back into the linebacker, say the linebacker can't see. The linebacker can't see where the running back at, because they pushing you back into him. He jumped the wrong hole. These linebackers in the SEC are talented. They gonna see the linebacker coming in the A gap. Then he gonna go C gap. The linebacker coming in the A gap, go up, push linebacker inside. This running back going B gap. The quarterback, he read A and B gap. Boom.
Right.
Double team. He looking at the linebacker in A. Linebacker A, he gonna give it off. Outside linebacker on the B, he gonna keep it. I mean, come on, man. It was simple reads, man. And then once both linebacker came, they kicked it out in the flat to the damn running back in the flat. And South Carolina, 9 times out of 10, that's a beamer over there. Shane Beamer gonna play the same type of offensive scheme he can to the best that he can to Vanderbilt scheme against Alabama. If Alabama cannot adjust to the scheme, we're gonna see this scheme for the rest of the season. Everybody running this scheme because if Vandy can do it, anybody can damn do it. And that's just all it is, man. If we don't change it on defense, I hate to say it, but the way they're calling defensive plays and the way the defensive line making adjustments, shit, we gotta be a 60-point scoring team, man. Like every time we touch the ball, we gotta score. We gotta play Lane Kiffin style ball. We can't be damn punting the ball on down 4th and 3. We gotta go for it. Like, I mean, just being real. If the defense can't make no start, we gotta Caleb the boy better turn to Lane Kiffin. You gotta go for it on every single 4th down. You better start doing like Georgia did. Once you back that playing like you're back against the wall. Because you're not playing at your back against the wall, and man, just like Jay said, man, it could easily be 2 more losses. Easily. It's easy to be 2 more losses. And if Auburn come to play, shit, easy to be 3 more losses. Because, man, I don't know. It's going to start up front. And I think Freddie Roach got a lot of damn. You got to look in the hair, take a long look in the mirror. When he go home to his old lady at night, she should have baby powder in her hand, just smack the hell out of his ass. I mean, he need a good pimp slapping right now.
Oh, man.
No way. There's no way, man. You got to adjust to that, Freddie. I mean, that's real talk. You got to adjust to that. Somebody need to pimp slap him. If I'm going to run a 3-3 stack, I put 3 defensive linemen and give up a pass rush. But I'm not going to let you run the ball down my throat. Shit, give me 3 big bullets up there. And you can now pass the ball. At least you're supposed to have 5 defensive backs on the back end to cover. But I'm not gonna put two edge rushers in there and have these 2 edge rushers playing down run defense. They're not.
I said the same thing, bro. And that's why I was trying to tell the Reed guy. You got your pass rushing package in the game getting ran over, man.
They built for rushing the pass. Q-Rob made some play because he's the athlete. He's fast athlete. He made play. But on the other side, you can't make them plays. When they realize Q-Rob making those plays by reading the quarterback, making those plays and stopping the back out of the backfield because he wasn't rushing upfield, they start going to the right side of the ball. And now they going to the right side of the ball, they start seeing all that success. Why change it? I mean, they ran that stucker down our throat. They ran that little put pass out to the running back all night long. Every time they could run a pass, that put pass out to the running back, man, they got a completion for 10 yards or more. How can you not adjust to that? Come on, defense.
Well, facts, man. So this is what we gonna do, man. To wrap it up, we had a total of 680 people through all the platforms. On my Twitter, we had 285 and 163 in the YouTube. With everybody together, there's a lot of people watching, man. So I want y'all to give your take, man, on whatever you're feeling. I don't care if it's the view. And shout out to James Richardson. James is one of the most respectable Georgia fans I've met. He know his football. Hey, James, this is what it don't. You won't see us acting too crazy, bro, because we all knew it. We all said it. We knew it. You know, you won't catch us on no bridges jumping off having no suicides tonight because we all could see this happening, right? You got up for Georgia. You played well. But even in the Georgia game, James, that second half wasn't no fluke. That wasn't no fluke that we was getting beat up like that, right? And you see it carried over to the Vanderbilt game and hence a L. How many times do we tell people this is not just us talking, guys? You see these? These ain't crimson. I love Alabama, love the university, but these ain't crimson. You can go to any of these other channels, no disrespect to them, and hear, oh, we're gonna be just fine. No. I'm gonna tell your ass the truth. The truth is in the details, bro. These ain't crimson. I didn't attend Alabama, so I don't love them enough to tell you a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. You can go to one of these other channels and get the positive approach, all that. You know what I mean? We got our asses whipped tonight. Belt put
Right.
the ass. Coach Al, starting with you. Give me your take, and I want y'all to go in. Be honest. I love
Good,
Alabama,
good.
and I got faith in the future. I have faith. But for tonight, give us what you think. Give us what you think going in the future. I want y'all all to go in, right? And let us know when you creating that YouTube channel, because everybody want to know.
You can catch me on XL Sand 79. That's where I'm at. You tweet me out. I'll get back with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Sean, we've been talking all week. You and I, me, you, Ty, we did not underestimate, man. We saw what they had up front on both sides of the ball. We knew that their left side defensive tackle was going to give Jaden Roberts a problem. Guess who got subbed out of the game tonight?
Yep.
Jaden Roberts. Okay.
Yep.
So we got some problems. Okay, because we're so explosive, it's kind of masking all of that stuff up, right? And I'm glad about that. But we're what 5 games in. Thank God.
Yeah.
We got a chance to get it right. Okay. Maybe we can fix some things next week. But defensively, Coach Carr, you on top of it too.
Yeah. Facts.
When you playing against a Veer team, what they try to do to you is lull you, then they go over the top. Okay. And this guy was masterful tonight. We never went to an odd man front, put somebody on the nose so they don't run midline on us. Or if we get a 4-man front, they'll veer us and they're reading somebody. We never taught our guys that, hey, he's reading you. Okay. So that means you got to replace the other guy. If you're playing the 5 technique, he's reading the backer off the B gap. We didn't teach that. And then just rep that during the week. Rep it, because and then take that away from them. We never took anything away from them. And I'm gonna tell you, we ran that flex bone stuff. And we ran what we call 10, 11, 12, which is midline, 10, 12, which is out there. We run it till we can't get it wrong.
Fact.
Okay. That's where an offense that does that, you can't replicate that in practice. So you got to do something that you're good at, in terms of personnel to offset that. We never did that. And we talked the whole game, and I was disappointed with that. So that's my take on it. I think we go back and we look at this. I hate guys like Malachi got frustrated in the game and kicked the ball, but he saw his whole season flash away in front of his eyes, just like that. Poof.
That's a 6-year senior, man. He mad,
it's like
right?
Poof. And what pissed me off
it.
is this, Coach.
I get it.
I'm getting ready to go in there. This is what pissed me off.
Fact.
That show last week that Coach Jans was talking about, I watched that.
Yeah.
We were walking through this facility with this guy talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna win the Joe Moore Award. Okay, yeah, we're gonna win the Natty. Man, you 5 games in, you got your butt kicked in the second half, and you guys can't even run the ball against Vanderbilt.
Yep.
What are you talking about, Joe Moore? You're talking about Joe Moore.
When I heard that they were playing music for 30 minutes when they're playing music all throughout the meetings when DeBoer is there, compared to Saban when they would just shut it off. I'm like, oh, that tells me all I need to know. That tells me all I need to know.
You better get focused and dialed in. You number one in the nation. You don't think people coming at you?
It's a fact.
Okay. So to me, I think the offense, we ran for 84 yards a day or something like that.
Yeah.
Coach, we never moved the pocket.
Never.
We did it 1 or 2 times. We got to listen, you got to get the ball and you got to move the chains. It's good for a 75 shot to Ryan Williams, but you got to get Miro on the edge to cause the back end to move and get them out of position, get them out of their comfort zone, change it up and do something that, you can't just drop Miro back on a 5-step drop and he's right there. Yeah, he's elusive and everything like that, but they're coming off the edge. So break that up. They know where he's going to be. You got a cheat code wearing number 4 that you're not stretching the defense with that dude and manipulate the defense in a way that they're not comfortable with. So on the offensive side of the ball, I didn't see that. Okay, I didn't see that. That kind of stuff. This is basic stuff that we can get better at. But That's all I got to say, man. Hate the loss. I hate the loss of Vanderbilt of all people. But when I hated for the seniors on the team like Malachi, who's won championships, and he's fighting like he got one tossed over his head. He don't get off free either. Okay, he got caught looking in the backfield. They threw it right over his head.
Yep, he lost his man.
That's right. Yep. Which is what that offense is supposed to do. One thing I'll say this, coach, and I'll shut up. But Paul Johnson used to tell us all the time when Campbell's guy. People say that we don't throw the ball. We're in a spread offense every formation. We got 2 wing backs, 2 wide outs, and a guy in the backfield who's right on the midline. We can go 4 verticals every time. Mm-hmm. Every single time. Because we're going to show you that I can, and we're going to run that midline. When your safeties look up, boom, over your head. All right? So to me, man, it was a terrible job of preparation. My guys, terrible job of preparation. And the players paid the price. Fans like us are feeling it because we don't deserve this. The players deserve better than this. Okay.
So 100. I couldn't have said it no better myself. Coach Al is 1,000% correct. And Coach Al, say that Twitter page again.
Al Sands 79. That's me. Hit me up.
Make sure you tap in with Coach Al, man. That was 100% correct. Hey, give it to him real too, Brinsky. Give it to him real. And to piggyback off Coach Al, our middle linebackers were completely. Those guys were not ready for this offense. They were not. On sheer athleticism, they made tackles. But when you look at the positioning and how they caught us out of position, Coach Al is 1,000,000% correct. Brinsky, give it to me, man. You know what I mean? Lock in the door. Give it to me.
Shut down the podcasts. Stop all these TikTok dances.
Facts, man. Yep.
Stop.
Say it again, Brinsky.
Stop all these TikTok dances. Stop going on these. I don't know, man. This week was full of rat poison, man. I was just worried the whole week. I was worried throughout the whole week, and I'm gonna hold John accountable too, because he thought it was gonna be a blowout. I wish it. I wish it was, brother. Trust me, I wish it was. I didn't
wish
want
it was too.
But when you popped up here, like, if I was by you right now,
that's right. You got to play the game, brother.
Yeah, but man, you just got to play the game, man. These guys, man. It like Jan said, man. I didn't even know that they were still playing music while Kellen the boy and them having a meet. That we got to stop that right there, man. Like, it got to be leadership. If somebody if they don't like it, man, transfer.
Facts.
We already seen guys transferred, and some of the guys that did transfer, a lot of them was in the secondary. Times like this, I wish we kept Desmond Rich because he would be so helpful.
Yep.
Story would be helpful right now. Trey Amos would be helpful right now because I believe a lot of these guys would be on the bench developing right now.
Yeah.
I don't believe I think it was Eric D that said in the comment section, I don't believe Red Morgan is a cornerback. I didn't see it day one, and I still don't see it now. He is definitely a safety more than anything because he's definitely not a corner.
Facts.
If he gonna be one in the future, hey, he just not one right now because, man, they are picking on him. They see him out there, they're gonna go at him.
Every team. And we're leaving Xavier alone in the islands, man. He has to play the deep third, and it's a wrap. Like, you just know straight. We're stretching the field on Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we see Red Morgan in the slot. Oh, mismatch.
Like, can we put like different guys out there, man? Like, can we put Jaleel Hurley out there? Can we put guys that I have yet to see all year? Can we put King Mack out there? Can we put Zay Mincy?
Facts.
Like, come on, man. At this point, I don't know. I'm starting to see favoritism. I don't know what they seeing in practice that's so bad that they just keep putting out the same guys. But I'm just like, hey, man, a lot of these guys, I wish some of these guys didn't leave because it's like really, really showing what I was afraid of. I'm just saying, like, even put Jalen Botway out there a lot more.
Yep.
Because this is just, I don't like it at all. I'm not even mad about it. I'm just upset. It's just like not even just this is just straight disappointed just from what you seeing. And then you just keep hearing all this stuff, like the music playing in the meeting. Like, come on, man. The champions don't do this, man. It's the little things.
Yep.
The little things. Do you want to win, man? Like, yeah, man, we can have fun after we get these rings.
Yep.
Let's do the job. You know why you're here.
Destroying
you here.
You had busting with the boys like we're getting content creators that don't even follow football touring the facility and recording videos and doing their podcasts in the facility. Like, what? Why are we doing this during the season?
That's what I'm saying, man. This is like crazy to me, like just crazy. Like I said, bro, I was just waiting on the game, even though Ryan had a good game. Like, can we? I just want that podcast to just go away, until the season is over, and hopefully it ends with a national championship. Then you can crank that thing back up every day for all I care, but not during the season, man. Because I just don't feel like you're focused. Every time I seen anything from that podcast, it makes me cringe. I'm like, bro, are we really focused? Are we really focused on trying to win the championship? Like, this is Bama. Yeah. Are we Alabama? We are the standard. The standard is the standard. Be different.
Hey, Briscoe, did you see anybody on the defense today make a play to give his team some life? I didn't see any life anywhere. I saw no intensity from a defensive coordinator throwing his headset down, trying to do something to jumpstart these guys. Man, this is football. And sometimes you got to bow up, okay? Sorry for interrupting you, man. I'm just, old school kind of guy, man. And what I saw today wasn't old school. I'm with you, all that bull crap. You know, it's okay if you're doing it and your results are speaking for you on the field. Yeah. But you dancing, you down?
You dancing and you down. I almost lost my
against Vanderbilt.
Yep.
With a stadium full of Alabama folks.
It was a home game. It was practically
it was a home road game. Like, man,
Reuben Foster and them boys, Jonathan Allen and them boys. If they would have seen that, they probably would have choked them boys out.
Choked them out right then and there.
And I'm not even playing. They probably would have choked them out. Don't care about that, man. The standard is the standard.
Sean Robinson. Look at Sean Robinson. Sean in the locker room tomorrow. Let's see what's happening.
Like, come on, man. Like, you talking about, like, when Derrick Henry was talking about them boys were fighting right before the national championship game.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have been seeing. Somebody would have been missing some teeth. For real, because hey, man, y'all playing soft right now, dog.
Yeah.
I can just imagine what Bo Scarnberg is saying right now.
Ooh, they going out. Marvin Constant. Hey, man, if you don't think people like Marvin has paid a price for this game, go look at Marvin knees. And that make me tear up, man, because I know all of us on this panel, we didn't pay the price for this game, bro. I got a 9-inch scar on my Achilles right now. And you dancing and you're losing to Vanderbilt. What the hell you dancing for? See, bro, don't even get me on my soapbox.
It's different, man. You got to think about it, Coach Sean. This is a different damn era, man, with kids. These kids now, man, like Coach Saban said, at the end of the season, all those kids care about how much you going to pay me. And now that they're reckoning in that dough, man, these kids don't give a damn about them damn wins, man. Maybe they'll start looking around now. I seen Jalen Murray on the sideline about to cry. Offman did their job, man. I mean, they had 3 bad positions out the game. Those 3 bad positions turned out to damn be 3 damn positions that they needed. They could have got 3 points out of 3 positions. They win by 4 points. So I mean, just 3 bad positions in the game, man. I mean, it just rained Harbor, man. It's just stupid. I don't get it, man. All that
LT Overton should be starting too. I love Ja Morant, love him, but LT Overton should be starting.
All that damn dancing in the damn end zone, dancing on the damn sideline. The defense out there stinking up the damn joint. Shit, why the damn defense ain't damn dancing? Defense get your ass on the sideline and dance on it. At least you're making plays as your ass dancing. I ain't seen the defense dance all night. Shit,
John,
maybe
give
they
it to
got
me.
put some headphones inside them damn headphones or something so they can dance on the damn field to get some energy or something. But they had none at night.
Thanks, man. John, give it to me. No holds barred, man.
Oh, my fault.
So I'm just gonna make this real simple. It's gonna be number one, folks. Nick Saban's not there anymore. So with this expectation of, well, Nick Saban wouldn't have done that or bring Nick back or whatever, he's not there anymore. And if you think Kalen DeBoer is going to be Nick Saban, especially year one, I don't know what to tell you other than you're going to be sadly disappointed. Because at the end of the day, this is what we have. We went out and get Kalen DeBoer. We knew, just like Jant spoke on a previous live stream, about his tendencies of going up big, letting off. You know what I mean? Like, we knew what we got in him. We knew what we got in Kane Womack, right? So we knew what we got in these guys, bringing these guys in. And I won't say all of us, but the majority of the fans bought into the media hype. They bought into this train of Alabama's not going to slow down. Alabama's going to be just as dominant as from the moment Nick Saban got there, and we'll say from winning the national championship in 2009. You know, a lot of people tend to forget we lost Louisiana Monroe his first year. There was growing pains. Yes, the handoff of Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer is so much better talent-wise, but you're talking about implementing a completely different scheme where the majority of these players were not recruited to perform, right? I mean, how many of these recruits were supposed to be coming into a 4-2-5 defense, right? So, like, the adjustment period has to be there. And I'm not going to sit here in raw Alabama and go, everything's going to be perfect, everything's going to be good, we can go undefeated. That's why I said the ceiling was 10-2. You know what I mean? And that's just an expectation of mine of thinking we have the talent to beat the majority of these teams, so we'll have better Jimmys and Joes. So that should pull us out of a lot of dire situations, hence USF, right? So Wisconsin, they lost their quarterback. You know, all these situations like that we'll most likely get through. But at the end of the day, there's going to be an adjustment period. Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban. It's two different personalities. They run things two different ways. Mo Linguist, I mean, how much of this staff is brand new? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where the expectation of everybody is. I get it. You want to have that win the national championship expectation every single season. At the same time, you have to be logical and you have to be realistic of what you have in front of you and what you have. And we knew what we had the moment we played USF and realized, oh crap, this may not be as good as it, you know what I mean? And then we bought into the first half of Georgia and going, well, we're unstoppable, just to find out, no, actually that's not the case in the second half. And for some reason we went rolling with that. And did we sink all of our chips into Georgia? Was that our Super Bowl? Because that's what it seemed like.
It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you look at that crowd, you look at the expectation was put into that game. It seemed like we had nothing left for Vanderbilt. It was just almost like a byproduct of what happened past Georgia. And to me, that's a lot on the coaching staff. Like, you have to find a way to get these guys back up. Like, they're at a high. If they're at a high, you have to learn how to bring these guys down. If they're at a low, you have to learn how to bring them back up. You have to find that balance in your team. So, yeah, you're doing all this NIL stuff, touring with Destroying, which I definitely saw yesterday. Jant's pointing that out, or this morning, actually. All that stuff. Okay, you can do it as long as you're winning. You know, you can be Les Miles eating grass on the 50-yard line as long as you're winning. But the question is what happens when you start losing? You know what I mean? And the alumni start calling you out. And everybody else is like, well, it was fun in games when you're winning. Now you're not winning. And it's not like we lost to Tennessee. It's not like we lost to Georgia.
Vandy.
No. Most casual fans will not understand that Vanderbilt is a good team, right? So Clark Lee's a good coach. They just see, like most people said, the emblem. They're just going to see Vandy and think we should just smoke them and blow them out. And talent-wise, Jimmy's and Joe's, we do have the better players, in my opinion. We have the better recruits. But at the end of the day, you still got to play the game, right? So, and that's what it comes down to. And there is no excuse to lose this game, in my opinion.
None.
I think we got lost in the sauce as far as realizing how important Kendrick Law was to blocking on the outside. Like I said, for the receivers, how important Justin Jefferson could have been. You know what I mean? Like, just like you guys already pointed out, Jaden Roberts got pulled for Vandermark, and they try to make an excuse talking about, well, you know, Vandermark deserves some reps because of how hard he's been practicing. No, it's because Vandermark's actually been a better right guard than Jaden Roberts has been. When I don't know if you guys saw, when he blocked, what was it, a zone left, and he went right completely against the flow, I was like, oh, and then 2 plays later he got pulled. And then Vandermark came in, and it's like, this dude, I don't think he even knows what's going on at this point. And I felt like, I don't know if these guys went out and they came in on a hungover, or like being hungover, or whatever it may look like, or whatever it may be. There's just no excuse for it. Like, plain and simple. And it's, to me, 1,000% on the coaches. They have to reel this team in, because there's still a lot of season left, and the season's not over with yet. But you best believe Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, Auburn, Oklahoma, they coming for the head. South Carolina, who'd you say, Jance? So, like, they coming for the head. You best believe they think Alabama, there's blood in the water, and they're going to be trying to attack that stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got.
I'm telling you, John, man, when you talk about that, man, listen, I think those boys then just came up and said, man, we're going to roll over Vandy.
Yep.
They said, we don't have to worry about Vandy. We're going to just party, have fun. We'll celebrate the Georgia win. And we're going to just go to Nashville and whoop up on Vandy's ass.
Yep.
And they came in there, and they did not take Vandy serious, man. When you don't take the team serious, they whooped your ass. It's just point blank. And the comment said that, you know, we got more talent than Vandy. Yeah, we got more talent than most teams in the country.
Yep.
But do we have more heart than Vandy? We ain't have more heart than Vandy. You can't put a star rating on heart. You can have 52 5-star kids on your roster. If none don't have any heart, you might as well just go out there and just trade them all for a couple damn unrated guy with a whole lot of heart.
What
heart toughness outweighs a 5-star player in the day. I tell anybody, man, you can get all the 5-star, but if you got those 1 and 2-star kids that really think that they should have been 5-star and they didn't get the rating because they didn't go to none of those big rival camps, they're gonna come out there and they're gonna put them boots up them 5-star kid ass. It's just to show them that down. Hey man, I'm better than you. And that's what they did today, man. They just showed Bama players that shit. We want them more than y'all do. Y'all took us lighter. We're going to come out here and put our boot up your ass. Go home with this L and prepare for the week.
Plain and simple.
Jay.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add one last thing. I think one thing Nick Saban said that resonated, that always stuck with me was, you know, you have to just beat the person in front of you one play at a time. You know what I mean? Don't try to think everybody's got to be a hero or something magical's got to happen. One play, there's one person in front of you. Do your job on that one play, and everything else works out.
Oh, he also said today, Coach,
he did?
On
game day.
On game day.
I know he said it. Yeah, I know he has those little plug-in things. So yeah.
You rather lose that game to Georgia or win that game like y'all win it. And he said, I'd rather lose it. He said, because Georgia gonna come in with a wake up that we should have won that game and we lost. And Bama gonna go in there thinking that they won the game and they just let Georgia get back in.
Yep, that's a fact. Coach Jay, give it to me, brother.
We got to tear it all down. We got to look ourselves in the mirror, and we have to ask ourselves, what's the identity of this football team? Because I think offensively we found an identity, and fans may not like it, but it's spread. We're going to go into more of a spread look. We're going to go into more of a pass happy look. I don't like Jam Miller getting this many carries and Justice Haynes gets this many carries. I mean, let's be honest. How many times? I mean, the most carries these guys have gotten was 22 total carries, and that was the first game against Western Kentucky.
Yep,
that's it. We're not a run team. We're not going to be a team that's going to be running the ball 25, 30 times with both backs. It's just not going to happen. We are a team. We are a spread football team that will occasionally run some RPO based concepts. That's gonna kind of help free up Milroe. And but besides that, I mean, offensively, this is the offense that DeBoer was running. Yeah. I mean, in no sense with Washington. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to continue to say it. Listen, Jalen Milroe played a really good football game. This loss was not on Jalen Milroe.
Facts.
And I'm telling you, a pro style quarterback best fits this system. A pro style guy that can read that's a full read dude that can go through progression 1 through progression 4 is going to. I'm telling. There's a reason why Michael Penix Jr. became a first round quarterback in this offense. There's a reason, because remember, Michael Penix Jr. was a dual threat. He was not a pro style. He was a dual threat quarterback. But he went to the Mayweather effect of suffering major injuries, and he had to change up his style. So he went from a run first quarterback to now becoming literally a pocket passing pro style quarterback that can fit in a spread offense. And he went through progression 1 through progression 4. His ability to process got better. His ability to anticipate what he can do pre-snap, what he can do. He was already great pre-snap, but it was what he was able to do post-snap that became a strength of Michael Penix Jr. Right. And so with Jalen Milroe, he's a half-read guy. That's fun. That's really good in pre-snap. And he's getting better. He's getting better with his post-snap adjustments. But what did we see in this game, guys? Standing a lot in the pocket, going through a couple reads, and then that's it. I mean, hell, the sack that he took, that again, I'm not going to blame that entirely on Milroe, because at the end of the day, Pritchard got his hand swiped because he tried to overextend on a corner.
Lazy.
And he wasn't even. He was showing you what he was doing. He was like he's not like he just came and just surprised you. He showed you what he was doing, and he just swiped your hands down and got to the quarterback. But what was Milroe doing? Standing in the pocket. Didn't move in. Didn't move his feet.
But Jackson Coach got to move him some though, man. They know that's where he's going to be.
Roll him out. Exactly. You got to roll him out. Right? You got to roll him out because
he's good with his feet. So why not put that to the advantage to put the other defense in distress? I mean.
And coach, I'll ask you this: when was the last time we actually rolled out Jalen Milroe outside? We haven't.
I've been screaming it for the last 4 games.
Because we're trying to use him like Michael Penix Jr. We're trying to make him Michael Penix. We're trying to make him a quarterback. And like I said, I got to give a lot of credit to Milroe because he's exceeding expectations of what I had projecting him being. Because he's playing I think one game at a time. Yes, again, he's not a guy that can go through progression 1 through progression 4. I don't think he's ever going to be that type of dude, and that's fine because Jaden Daniels isn't that type of quarterback. And look how he's playing. That's the NFL nowadays, where the pro style is kind of quickly dying. But I'll say this about Jalen Milroe: if we're trying to use his strengths and we're hiding his weaknesses, well, then don't. You gotta then stick with that. That's fine. I'm okay with that, but then stick with it. Don't let him be something that he is not. The interception, it's because it's a half read. He's going through one as he was going through one, which was the high, and then he automatically went to the second, which is Bernard, when the defender's already crashing down on him anyway.
Facts.
Why are you making him throw that in the first? Why are you making him even throw that in the first place? And then the sack that he took, again, if you just would have rolled him outside the pocket. If you roll him outside the pocket or run the football or don't make him stationary, because that's not his strength. Because if he's stationary, he's not going to do what Carson Beck, Shedeur Sanders, and Cam Ward. He's not that type of quarterback. So we got to get him more involved. We got to get him more involved in terms of getting him outside the pocket, running a lot more RPO based action instead of making him play like a pro style guy. That's not his strength. And it's something that honestly that is just, it's made me mad. If there's and again, the offense wasn't to blame. We scored 35 points, but we had 2 turnovers happen because we tried to make Jalen Milroe something that he isn't. And it's just I don't know.
Hey Jazz, you had 17 carries against Georgia.
Yep.
Milroe had 17 carries against Georgia. Your
running backs are not getting involved.
So you telling me that Vandy got that much speed on the edge?
Come on.
That you can't exploit Vandy's defense again to make the back end move around so you can throw deep overs to beat their ass deep down the field so that they either play back or play up and they in distress the whole time. I don't understand it.
No, hey, Coach, man, I'm telling you, it's that rap part. They didn't take Vandy
rap pause and Coach, 100%.
And like what you saying, gents, on that sack fumble, when that cornerback came to line of scrimmage, Jalen didn't even look that direction to see that the corner was coming.
He stared down one receiver. I got watched. He stared down one receiver, and he was about to go to his second read, but he never felt the defender coming. He just
he didn't even see it pre-snap neither. So I mean, he got to saw it pre-snap. He would have known he should have just rolled the pocket in because he would have saw it pre-snap. And Elijah Pritchard reaching. It's a pass block, so all you had to do was just kick back, man. Get in your back, step away on the blitz to come. And he just, I don't know if he got misread or whatever, or what else.
No, he got lazy, bro. Lunging.
He tried to punch at him. He just got back in the seat and waited for him to come. So it just, that was just bad. It's just bad play.
What do linemen do when they get tired? Get the reach, lunge. Yep, stop moving their feet. All facts. My final take is this, man. You know, and I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, man. Just my humble opinion, man. This may sound like the old fogey, right? And maybe I've been Sabanized too long, but I know we all played this game, bro. And brother, you getting beat by Vanderbilt, man. I understand having fun, but even as you score, you're still losing to Vanderbilt. That's when Jalen Milroe got to be like, you know what? I'm the leader of this team. Chill out, man. We losing, bro. All this dancing and all that. No, come on, fam. We get it. It's the right time. But family, you're losing on national TV to Vanderbilt. Even when you just scored that touchdown, you still losing. Bro, dancing should be the last thing on all y'all mind, bro. All week long, I've been seeing y'all on Twitter, on TikTok, on everything. I've been seeing all these social media sites, people dancing, people with chains, people, doing all of this ridiculous, goofy stuff that I don't understand, but I don't hate on the kids because that's what they do, right? Well, brother, that's cool when you win it. That's cool. But for the record, you got beat by Vanderbilt. Now, I ain't taking nothing from Vanderbilt because they played a great game, but go ask Jonathan Allen, go ask Reuben Foster, go ask Derrick Henry, go ask any of these former players, go ask AJ McCarron, go ask any of these former players, have they ever lost to Vanderbilt? And if they did, what the consequences would be. I'm not against NIL. I'm not against kids getting their money. I'm not against any of that, bro. But when you lose, if you want the love for beating Georgia, you want all the love, right? Destroying the tours, the social media. You want the love for beating Georgia, right? The highlights. Well, by God, you're gonna get the criticism for getting your ass kicked by Vanderbilt. You deserve it. You deserve it. Damn that. You deserve it. You lost to Vanderbilt. I don't even remember the last time an Alabama team lost to Vanderbilt. Bro, 84 headlines. Well, you gonna get some
1980 something?
84.
84.
You wanted headlines with Bama players. You gonna get some headlines this week, bro. You gonna get some headlines this week. I'm gonna say this. I told Jason from Hall of Fame Sports. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Oklahoma from Hall of Fame Sports. I told him because there was a lot of people going in on Jason about Oklahoma losing. See, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that's gonna be going in on people for losing. I'm not that kind of fan. I'm not here to gauge your fandom. I'm not here to tell you what kind of fan you are, what you need to do, or how you need to do it. Nobody died and made me a head of the Bama fan club. I don't give a damn about what no fan do, right? Because I didn't play at Alabama. I didn't attend Alabama. So I love Alabama enough to love them just a bit, just enough to tell y'all the truth. I'm not fanned out like that. Like my boy Rick 817, Penny Mac, and my homeboy Crimson Caveman. I talked to these guys and they fanned out. I ain't fanned out like that, bro. I'm not fanned out like that. You can't find one Bama sign hanging in my house. You can find a hell of a lot of Alabama A&M stuff though. That's because I went there. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my number one school of all time. So that means I love Bama enough to be honest with you, right? Understand where I'm going with this? So what that means is I'm not gonna be hopping in nobody else's, and if we going back and forth on Twitter in good fun, cool, right? But you'll never see me praising another school for losing unless it's Auburn or Tennessee, and that's all in fan good faith. Especially not none of my homeboys who fans of other teams. I'm not gonna do that. I told Jason from Hall of Fame Sports this. I'm a Bama fan. I root for Alabama, but humility, and then I took this from Kirby Smart. Humility is just around the corner. Humility is just around the corner. So while I praise Alabama, I don't have to kick you. I can praise my own team and not worry about what the hell you're doing, right? So damn the TikTok, damn the social media dances, damn the dancing when you're losing. You got your podcast. Respect to you, brother. Right? I ain't hating on none of that. But you just lost to Vanderbilt. Make sure you're pod about that. Make sure you're pod about that.
And
you just lost to Vanderbilt.
That's who's gonna be passing in.
Pod about that. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Right? And I'll say this, man. That number one ranking, I don't ever want to see it again. I don't ever want to see it again. I don't want to see it. Just let
until we win the ring, until we win the championship.
That's the only time I want to see it. That's the only time I want to see it.
I don't want to see it then. Shit, we be number 2 and still win the damn ring.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, facts. And that's all I'll say, man. You lost to Vanderbilt. A lot of work to be done, bro. And I do blame coaches. Because that scheme, the way Vanderbilt attacked you is the same thing I would have done. Me and Coach Al, offensive guys. That's the same thing I would have done because you never adjusted. You didn't show nothing. So that shows, just like Coach J said, the Western Kentucky game, the South Florida game, the second half against Georgia, the first half against Wisconsin, none of those were flukes, brother. None of those were flukes. It just caught us. Vanderbilt had a bye week. They did great film study. Shout out to Clark Lee and his staff, and it caught your asses. This is what I talked about last week. They had a bye week, and it caught you. This is what I said last week. Just because you got that script A on your helmet, you don't deserve to get the credit that Jonathan Allen and those boys. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to roll your helmet out and be intimidated. They earned that. Them dudes earned that by putting belt to everybody's ass. They earned that. You living off what they built, bruh. What Bo Scarborough and all them boys built. You living off of that. See, you ain't that right now. Not yet. You got to earn that, bro. And right now, people ain't respecting that script A. Ask Vanderbilt. At the end of the day, you got beat by Vanderbilt, bro. The coaches got to go back to the drawing board, just like Coach J said, Coach Carl said, and they got to do something different, bro, because this loss is that bad. I don't even remember a loss this bad. And it's not even about Vanderbilt for me. It's not about Vanderbilt. If you know what you're watching, you know how I feel then, because that was an ass kicking. Some of my partners called me. It ain't going to be that bad. I said, brother, if you know, that's because you don't know what you're watching. If you know what you're watching, and the coaches on here know, if you know what you're watching, you should feel real bad about what's going on right now, right? And that's all I'll say, brother. I'm a Bama fan through and through. I'll never turn my back on the team, but that don't mean I got to sit on here and tell a lie, right?
That's a lie.
That was horrible, bro.
Tell you a
that
lie.
was terrible.
Tell you a lie.
So, John, how far did we fall?
Man,
my honest opinion, where I would rank Alabama,
I say 11.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be 9, 10, or 11.
I say 11. I don't think we're a top 10 team with that type of performance till we earn our way back.
I agree, but the issue what you're going to see is you had plenty of teams like Texas A&M upset Missouri. You had plenty of teams struggle today that shouldn't have struggled with
Tennessee.
teams or lose. Tennessee. So like that's where it's going to kind of like almost not let Alabama fall too far, because don't get me wrong, they're going to fall. In my opinion, they should fall. It probably, I think you're about spot on, 10 or 11, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, I think because so many teams did struggle or lose this weekend or on bye, I think that's going to be the reason why.
40
I
points.
think they probably take Missouri's spot. You know, Missouri's lost too bad, so I think they probably drop down like 8 or 9.
They
ain't
got
gonna drop.
whooped.
Yeah, they ain't gonna drop them too far because it's Bama. They're gonna get that Bama bump, but yeah, man. I mean, they should drop out of the top 10, honestly.
Yeah, it should, Coach. But that's going to show you how tough it is in the SEC because Tennessee's on the road. They had 3 points at halftime and 15 yards rushing against Arkansas.
Oh my God.
Okay, all right. So in Arkansas right now is like inside the 10-yard line. Right. So they're showing Tennessee got some cracks too, man. It's going to be an interesting year, I think. And let me say something too. I got to say something in defense of my quarterback. Okay, this young man is playing some ball.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why I say that. If you notice earlier in the game when we did have the ball, he's been hitting the seam routes to the tight ends. He's been seeing the field. He's been throwing the ball in the middle of the field. Okay, so I think what he's been asked to do, he's executing at an extremely high level.
Yeah.
I just think that the coaches have to understand that here's a guy that you have to manipulate the defense with. I got to keep saying it. It's okay to drop him back and get in a short, quick game. That's all part of this whole air raid offense. We used to run it. You got to do that. But at the same token, there's a component in the air raid that is rollout. It is flood. It is, high-low reads. It is all of that. And this guy can do that for you. So I just think we got to introduce that just to show everybody a change up to say that you can't keep playing us the same freaking way.
Yeah,
but my
USC's
is playing his ass off. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's playing his ass off.
Jalen is getting
this young man. I'm gonna tell you right now, to learn a new system and to take the coaching that he has and look at his mechanics and his accuracy, his ball placement, all these passes that Ryan is catching, the ball is in the right place for him to make a play on. So this dude is balling. I put Miro up against anybody.
Hey,
100%.
Coach, remember I told y'all at the beginning of the season, Caleb DeBoer will have to play Jalen Miro like damn Texas did Vince Young.
Yes, sir.
You gotta play him like Texas played Vince Young.
Yeah.
Make him a threat. Every time that ball snapped, the whole defense got to worry about Miro.
You got to react to him. That's right.
If you're not worrying about Miro, then team's gonna be able to stop you.
That's right. 100%.
He should be the focus of every single player on defense. Now it's not Miro, it's Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams is the focus of everybody on the defense, and then they taking the threat that Jalen Miro is away from him. So they just gotta get back to everybody gotta go back to the drawing board, man.
Big shout out to Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe busted his ass today, but he got to get in that defense's ass, man. What you finna say, John?
I was going to say, and to your point, Coach, USC is about to lose to Minnesota.
That's right. Yeah, a lot to go down, Coach. That's right.
So
this is a weird year.
Yeah.
We won it, but our team lost tonight. I'm pissed.
But damn, man. I'd rather us lost last week. Vanderbilt.
That 12-team playoff making these kids play their ass off, man.
Ain't that right, Coach? Coach Carr, you gonna say something?
Yeah.
That playoff, baby.
All facts, man.
Coach
Carr, kick it off, man, and let everybody know where they can find you.
Hey, man, on the Block Sport Talk with Coach Carl, man. You can find me on this platform with Coach Sean. Sometimes I be on with Coach Ty. I've been trying to get on with Coach Moot once or twice every time, but I'm always busy when he invite me. Waiting on Coach I had to get his show off. I'm waiting on Brinsky to do a live too, man, because I want to hop on there with Brinsky. I jumped on there before with John too, man. So y'all can find me on a bunch of platforms, man. I'm trying to wait till my football season over before I start dropping content on my own channel. Or you could just hit me up on Twitter. Just shoot me a message on Twitter. I promise you I'll respond to you. Might not be the same time you send it, but I'll get back at you, man. Just drop by and say hi on my Twitter page. Everything is much appreciated, man. I love all you guys. Love the people in the chat, man. Y'all just keep on representing, man. We're going to be okay. Hopefully, we get this defense thing figured out. And roll tide, everybody.
Coach Jay.
Yeah, man, I agree, man. We gotta hope and pray that the defense gets fixed. I don't know. Like I don't know what we gotta do, but this 4-2-5 defense being the base is not it. Go to 4-3, like do something. Offensively, like I said, if we got to play perfect offensively in order for us to win these games, it's going to be a long season, man. And so,
yeah,
I don't know. Like this Vanderbilt, it's Vanderbilt, and it's tough. Like it's like this was. I didn't expect it. Like I expected Vanderbilt to fight. Like that, I expect them to fight and make it scrappy because Vanderbilt. I've been paying close attention to Vanderbilt, man. That's a tough, scrappy football. Like there's a reason why they beat Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech almost should have won against Miami. There's a reason why they won those games. There's a reason why they almost beat Missouri 38-30, like when it's 38-30. Like this is a tough football team that they're gonna get somebody, and unfortunately they got us by just and you can tell they watched that South Florida tape, they watched that West Kentucky tape. And they saw it. They saw that, man. They saw that throughout the weeks. We weren't getting better. We kept letting the same stuff continuing to affect us, and it's not like we couldn't make adjustments to it. We don't have I don't think we have the personnel, and quite frankly, I don't think the scheme is fit for these players to execute against this sort of defense. And the crazy part is, Nick Saban's pattern match defense was getting a lot of criticism because we couldn't stop these sort of offenses. Well. The 4-2-5, all we kept hearing all offseason was, "Oh, don't worry about it. The 4-2-5 is going to stop these sort of offenses." Well, it has not been the case so far. I have not seen it, and it's been terrible. It's been terrible for this defense right now. And listen, I get it. The personnel, like last year compared to this year, it's different personnel that fits it. It's not going to be the same. But it just sucks, man. That like if this was like last year or let's just say if Saban was if Saban or whoever's defensive coordinator was, there were certain matchups that I would worry about. There were like maybe 2 or 3 games where I'm like, okay, I'm actually worried. I'm worried about these matchups, but I probably would say there's like maybe 1 or 2 teams that can get Saban. This year, I'm just going to be completely honest. There are at least 5 matchups that I see that will give Bama problems until I see otherwise that this defense can make adjustments and fix these issues. Because Tennessee's offense, yes, they run that, yes, they're still in the veer, but Nico's not a mobile guy, but they can run the football effectively and efficiently. They have a very physical offensive line, and that is going to be a game, especially when they're at home with all the crowd energy on their tape. Depending on what Alabama runs, especially if they go light again by not having Otis and Keenan on this field together, and you're having your defense rush, pretty much are lined up inside, right? You're gonna have issues. Oklahoma has a mobile quarterback that their offense is starting to resemble a little what we saw for Vanderbilt. Auburn. We all know it. Hugh Freeze is a copycat genius. He's someone that he'll see something on film and then he's not afraid to kind of implement that to his game plan. It's worries. Like it's legitimate worries and legitimate concerns and scares that I just don't know if this Bama defense is going to get fixed. So like I said, we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about the offense, but I am worried that if our defense has to continue to play perfect or try to play perfect in order for us to win these sort of matchups, we're not going to be going anywhere this season. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, Jan716 is my Twitter. Jant Sports, of course, is my YouTube page. As always, I already kind of made my video off for it, and it is what it is. But we'll see, man. We got South Carolina, who I think we're at home against. Are we at home or we're on the road?
No, we're it's a home game.
It's okay, a home game.
No.
Hey, Gent.
Yes, sir.
Let me drop a nugget to you right quick, James. You do know Georgia, Arkansas, Tennessee, Oklahoma. Most of the teams in the SEC play a 4-2-5 defense. Most of them. They just play it with 3 big D linemen and a pass rusher.
Yes, they do.
That's the only difference. They play with 3 big defensive linemen and a pass rusher. But the way Kay Warman trying to do it, he trying to do it with 3 pass rushers and this big defensive lineman. If you play it like everybody else played, the 4-2-5 is a great defense. Georgia played a 4-5 against Alabama in the second half. Alabama couldn't do nothing with it. When Georgia tried to bring pressure on that last drive with Ryan Williams beat him on top at man to man. But if you playing that defense right, that vision cover defense right with the 3 or 4 big defensive linemen, you can't run the ball on that defense, and you damn sure can't pass because that speed rush coming off the edge, you got to worry about it.
Yep.
It ain't the defense, honestly, bro. It's just the player personnel. It's the substitute package that they got wrong.
And you know what? I'll say this too. It reminds me a lot of again, his dad ran the same defense at Ole Miss when he had Robert Nkemdiche was lined up at 5. He was a 5 tech. That's what they lined up as. And Ole Miss that year they predicated speed over strength, speed, explosiveness, and quickness quickness off the jump over just pure strength. And that's why those Ole Miss teams, even though they were able to beat Bama, those teams were way more susceptible to the run because of how light their defensive lineman was. It's very similar to what Womac's dad ran at Ole Miss all those years. But yeah, I agree. We don't have the right personnel that fits this defense, and we got to reevaluate this roster and we have to kind of this coaches have to question themselves and saying, okay, who fits where? Because Otis playing sometimes at 5 where they're going to kick him way out doesn't make any sense. That's not the type of player he is. He's never been that player. So I don't know. We'll see, man. But we got to make big changes.
Facts. John, let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
At Bama Nation, John, as far as Twitter goes, and Bama Standard Network, we're finally launching our live stream this Thursday morning with Ty, actually. 10 a.m. It's called Roll Tide Cafe on the Bama Standard Network.
Thanks. Brinsky, let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
Y'all can find me at the Sharpshooters Podcast, as always. Right there in the comment section. Just type it in and go subscribe. I'm only 8 subscribers away from 600.
Woo woo.
I know 8 of y'all can just walk on over there and help your boy go. I sure appreciate it. Also, you can find me on Twitter /X at @B_sharp. Like I said, man, I'm not upset about this game. I'm just disappointed. So if you try to make me feel bad, I'm just gonna laugh at you.
Same.
I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm just disappointed. But shout out to my Tuskegee Golden Tigers beating Morehouse. Yeah, like Coach Sean said, Alabama A&M is his main team. My main team is Tuskegee University.
Yes, sir.
I love Alabama, but we already know it's that HBCU.
All right, TU.
That's a whole fact, man. Coach A, I'll get him your Twitter one more time. I love that, bro.
Alsan 79. ALSAN 79. That's me.
Facts, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my brothers, man. And lastly, myself,
Carl.
JMH. What's up with you, Coach? What'd you say, Coach?
I was telling Carl, hit me up.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
JMHO Sports Talk, my people, on Twitter and YouTube. Please tap in with me. Shout out to Jake, my brother Jake, wherever he at. Shout out to Jake from from Set the Tone College Football. He'll be back soon. Shout out to Jason over there at Hall of Fame Sports. Coach I over there at Fan Addict Sports. My brother Ty, who just left at Around the Table Sports. Shout out to Coach Smook over at the Coach Smook Network. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Uncle Jay at Jay's Epic Travels. Check him out. Shout out to all the boys at Bama Standard over there doing their thing, man. But JB over there doing his thing, man. Shout out to all those guys. Thank you to everybody that super chatted on all the channels, man. Thank you, guys. Much, much, much love to you all. Just my personal on the Twitter, we had 302 people, had another 130, got up to 160 here in YouTube, total of about 500 people. When Ty was in here and John, all the channels together, we had right at 700. So, man, thank all of you, man. Much love to you all. Maybe it'll be better days. I know it'll be better days. But I'll end it with this, bro. It's just football. It's just our humble opinion. If we're gonna praise for the Georgia win, then we have to respectfully criticize for the Vanderbilt loss. And that's just all I'll say about it. You know what I mean?
Hey, Coach Sean, I
Yes,
got
sir.
one last comment too, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, people in the chat, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all coming.
Facts.
But please, man, please stop throwing dislike toward Coach Smoot Network, man. Coach Smoot is a homeboy. Coach Smoot is a family member to us. So don't come in here trying to troll Coach Smoot, man, because we're never gonna go that. We're never gonna do that. We're not gonna allow you to come over here and talk negative about Coach Smoot. So please,
we'll do that.
Please don't do that here, man, because we got love for Coach Smoot on, and man, not on the panel with us because he's probably doing a live show himself.
Doing this show too, yeah.
We'll talk that about you.
Yeah, please don't do that, man.
Yeah,
at least I will.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, definitely, bro. We definitely don't try to get at it, regardless of what go on. We don't try to go on the platform and diss other people like that, man, especially not people that we know and we rock with and do business with and hang out with. We don't do that, man. Everybody have disagreements and stuff, and it's okay. It's okay, right? Everybody ain't gonna like everybody. That's fine. But it's just content, man. That's all, right? It's just content. We just giving y'all our humble opinion. Bama ain't paying me, right?
That's it.
So
you don't hear talking about nobody on here. We ain't talking about nobody negative about nobody content, nobody platform.
Facts, bro.
We just talking football.
That's it, man. That's it. That's how we do it, man. Facts, man. Me and Jance personally, we've been through a lot with a lot of these channels, but you don't hear us bad talking nobody, bro. We just don't do it. We more focus on having fun, talking amongst ourselves, man. We say shout out to everybody. Everybody. We got no beef with nobody on this Twitter thing. This social media thing.
Every channel I can think of, man. I shout it out, but nah, man.
Yeah, man.
I love everybody, man. I ain't never say nothing negative about nobody, man.
No, bro, we don't do that. Thank you all, man. A lot to talk about this week. We had a lot of great headlines last week. We'll equally have some negative ones this week, and we deserve it, man. Yeah. We deserve it. You know what I mean? We'll be back Monday with Ty, right? Post game with my fellas again. I may even do a live or a video this week. I'll tap in with my brothers and let them know if I do, of course. And hopefully next week, man, we'll have better things to talk about, man. You know what I mean? Roll Tide to everybody in the chat. Roll Tide to all my brothers on panel. Thank you everybody on Twitter and YouTube for tapping in. And until next time, man, Coach Sean, just my humble opinion. We'll tap in with you. Introducing our last person, the SWD. No Diddy. This is the spinning wheel of doom. No Diddy.
Hey,